Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Underwood here tonight on the KMA Extreme online, KMAland.com. Trevor Mander, Brian Bertini with you here. We've got a fun Western Iowa Conference double dip, and for the second Friday in a row, we're doing so from the wonderful confines of Underwood High School. This time it is Underwood and AHSTW going at it. Brian Bertini, we are now working our way through the Western Iowa Conference slate for a second time this year.
Yeah, reached that, almost halfway point of January. Doesn't feel like it, Trev, but you're right. You're in meat of the conference now. We're down to that home stretch. All these games are magnified in the sense that your conference races are getting tighter. Also, as the girls' pairings start getting ready to come out, you're always kind of positioning yourself where you're going to go. And we got tonight a team that looked pretty good last night, pulled an upset here at home over undefeated Trainer. That's the number 7 ranked Underwood Eagles.
Yeah, you mentioned Underwood, a thrilling come-from-behind win last week over Trainer. They then cruised to a win over IKM Manning on Tuesday night. They are playing some really good basketball right now.
Yeah, and they did it in a variety of ways. They started slow, but they took advantage of some Trainer, mistakes, and some girls took over down the stretch. And they made plays when they had to. And that had to make Coach Andy Van Vossen feel pretty good about going this game. But this is a kind of a dangerous team tonight in this Vikings team coached by Jill Vanderhoof.
Yeah, that was going to be where I went next. AHSTW, they're playing some decent basketball of their own. I know they had a tough loss to Trainer last week. They took a really good Stanton team to overtime, a state-rated Stanton team after that game. They beat Tri-Center. They beat Riverside. They're doing so in kind of a low-scoring, grinded-out way. We'll see if they can duplicate that here tonight.
Yeah, I don't think they want to get in a track meet. They'd love to see this. And they want to try to get as many touches to their girl, Delaney Goshorn, as much as possible. Conversely, they really got to control the boards tonight, I think, Trev. Elizabeth Jacobson going 6'2", 6'3". We saw her just kind of dominate in that second half.
16 points, 21 boards.
Yeah, so if Coach Jill Vanderhoof and her staff can kind of figure a way to get some points, and they can stay close. Trevor, that's all you want to do. Stay close, and anything can happen in the fourth quarter.
It's the second meeting of the year between these two teams. They played early in the season, December 2nd, and HSTW hung around. It was kind of hovered around an 8 to 15 point game the entire time. Underwood ended up getting a 51 to 38 victory. Lineups for you tonight, HSTW, the road team. If you're watching at home, they're in the road blues with the white jersey numbers. They are coached by Jill Vanderhoof, 5-8 on the year, 5-4 in the Western Iowa Conference. They're going to roll with Sadie Paulson, Riley Knopp, Ella Langer, Delaney Goshorn, and Ellie Peterson. As for Underwood, 9-2 on the year, 4-0 in the WIC, ranked number 7 in Class 2A under first-year head coach Andy Van Vossen. They've got Aaliyah Humphrey, Leah Hall, Tyler Hall, Delaney Ambrose, and Elizabeth Jacobson. Fun night of basketball. This is one of 3 broadcasts for you tonight on the KMA airwaves. We'll be joining on KMA 960 shortly after the 6 p.m. hour, probably around 6:15 or so. We've also got action from the 91st Annual Fairfax Tournament tonight on KMA FM with Ethan Hewitt. Nick Savas is down the road in Malvern with East Mills, Fremont Mills tonight. Thanks to our partnership with 4 Digital Solutions, we've also got coverage from Missouri Valley Trainer, Southwest Valley Wayne, and Clarinda Shenandoah. So a busy Friday night of high school basketball.
You got 2 guys back in the controlling the board at King Trail all the games, right?
Ryan and Derek will have the scoreboard show later on. It's a great night for basketball. We're going to get started here in a few minutes. But first, the anthem coming your way here on the KMA Extreme. Don't go anywhere. It's Underwood, AHSTW, Western Iowa Conference Basketball.
Underwood.
Getting ready to begin here in Underwood tonight. Trevor Mander, Brian Bertini with you. We've got Danny running the camera, doing a stellar job as always with Underwood, thanks to our partnership from Forward Digital Solutions. Getting ready to get things rolling here tonight in this Western Iowa Conference girls battle between AHSTW and Underwood. Brian Bertini, what are you looking for tonight?
Well, I think, as you mentioned, AHSTW not blessed with a lot of depth. I think they've really got to make sure they don't get in foul trouble, Trevor. And I think with the Underwood Eagles, I think they want to get out and see if they can put some pressure. They had some success in that trainer game, kind of extending their defense. And I think that's the key tonight, is kind of wear them out and get to a big lead and see if they can use Jacobson to really dominate in the post.
Underwood wins the tip, and we are underway. Underwood basketball to start this one. Aaliyah Humphrey with it out top. Will go right side, Tyler Hull. Back to Humphrey on the left side. Back out top of the key Hall. Right back to Humphrey. Left side three from her. Left it short. And the rebound by Delaney Gossord for AHSTW.
A little kind of a 1-3-1 sagging defense, really trying to collapse and not give Jacobson a lot of room. Good job by Humphrey, just didn't get the basket to fall.
Here's Ellie Peterson, kick out right side, step back three. Goshorn left it short, long rebound, tracked down by HSTW, and they'll say backcourt violation. It was tipped by Knopp, and then Goshorn touched it, and it's a turnover on the Lady Vikes.
Both teams with decent looks, I guess, to start the game. Didn't get them to fall.
So Underwood walks it across, 30 seconds in. Here's Humphrey on the left side. One dribble, picked up, back out top, Tyler Hall. Hall right back to Humphrey. Got a step on her defender. Gets picked up, though, by Goshorn and traveled. Nice backside help by Delaney Goshorn there after Ella Langer got beat. She comes over and basically forces that turnover.
Yeah, it's a 1-1-3, I guess. It's the girl in the middle is going to sag, and they're going to really drop on Jacobson. Yeah, they squeezed her, and Humphrey had nowhere to go, traveled with the foot.
Langer with it. Now they'll go out top. Peterson hands it off. Goshorn. Goshorn gets a high screen. Kick out right side. Riley Knopp three. Left it short. Rebound by Elizabeth Jacobson after a long box out.
And that's one thing with Jacobson, the post, Trevor. You really can extend your defense because you got a rim protector waiting back there.
Hall left side three. Off the iron. No good. Shot's not falling early on. Rebound Ambrose. Ambrose gets a bucket on the putback, and it's 2-zip Underwood.
Talk about it all the time, Trev, that long shots, long rebounds, offensive chances.
Then Langer a little out of control as she tried to work through the double team, double dribbles it. And it's an HSTW turnover. 6:37 left in the first quarter. 2-zip our score.
1-2. I think one thing, too, Coach Vanderhoof wanted to make sure that Eagles don't go on a big run and get some separation. They got to just stay almost matching basket for basket.
Hall feeds Jacobson inside. Three defenders collapse. They'll go around the perimeters. Leah Hall, three, no good. Rebound by Sadie Paulson. Probably going to see that a lot tonight from HSTW. When Jacobson gets the basketball, there's going to be defenders all over her.
Well, it's going to be up to some of those girls, Trev, as you mentioned, to step up and hit perimeter shots. And that'll open up some touches for her in the post.
Goshorn with it out top, gives to Paulson. Now right side, Ella Langer. Back out top, Ellie Peterson. Off a screen comes Goshorn to the right corner. Now in the lane to Paulson. Three defenders working on her. She'll kick out. Down to 10 left on the shot clock. Peterson thought about driving in, lost it. I think there might be a foul on Underwood that prevents the steal.
Well, that would have been a run-out, probably layup right there for the Eagles. So reset the shot clock and get a chance. You see the concerted effort to try to get the ball to Goshorn around that high post area.
First team foul on Underwood. It's on Delaney Ambrose. Also resets the shot clock, should add. Here's Goshorn right side. They'll go around the perimeter now. Back with it is Paulson. Back top of the key. Langer three. Almost had the bank. Long rebound tipped around. Peterson tracks it down to the corner. Almost lost it. Hall was fighting for it. They're going to get Leah Hall or Delaney Ambrose on the foul. If that's on Ambrose, it's her second. It will be on Hall, actually.
And that ball was just tantalizing and hanging out there. Travis, she went for it, just got a little bit too much of the wrist.
Second team foul on Underwood, first on Leah Hall. So Goshorn will inbound again. It resets the shot clock. She'll go in the corner. Peterson looking for an outlet. Kind of an errant bounce pass. Tracked out by Langer. Had to throw it away. Humphrey gets the steal. Humphrey 2-on-1 to Hall underneath. Gets it to go.
Waited. The defender committed to the old bounce pass underneath. There's that 1-2 version right there. Nice job of the Eagles.
4-zip Underwood right now. Now Langer into a double team. Threw it along the baseline. It's out of bounds.
Again, we thought we might see a little extended pressure by the Eagles here, and so far it's benefited them. Again, having the 6'3" rim protector really allows your guards, Trevor, to get out and really take some chances.
5 minutes left in the first quarter. 4-zip Underwood. Hall drives in. Nice high dribble. Shot blocked. That was Goshorn that got a hand on it. Rebound into the hands of Peterson.
Nice timing by Goshorn right there. Looked like maybe a layup, and she swatted it away.
Peterson drove in, kicked back out Knopp. Now Langer with the top. The key gets a high screen from Knopp. Will go left side Peterson on a cut. Langer, contested shot left short. Rebound, tipped out of bounds, we'll say off AHSTW. So back to Underwood it goes. AHSTW has missed its first 4 shots. As Tyler Hall will bring it up and across, and Hall underneath gets the feed from Humphrey. Somebody missed defensively.
Well, nice recognition by Humphrey. She just snuck in the back of Hall right there, and a rifle pass by Humphrey gets the layup.
6-zip advantage Underwood. Peterson goes hard to the cup, contested. I don't know if she meant to shoot or wanted to pass, and ends up out of bounds off of Humphrey.
Yeah, I think she got kind of indecisive right there, Trev, as you mentioned.
It'll stay with AHSTW. 4:16 left in the quarter. Inbound left side Goshorn. Now they'll go around the perimeter. With it out top is Paulson. Right back Peterson off a high screen. He'll stop and shoot. It's good. It's a 2, but it's more importantly points for AHSTW.
Yeah, it just gives them that little breath of confidence, and they can go back and reset their defense a little bit.
6-2 our score halfway through the first. Tyler Hall, a 3. No good. Rebound, tipped out of bounds. I'll say Jacobson was the last one to touch it, so it goes to AHSTW.
They're going to read. I think it was off Goshorn, and
so they'll flip it.
They'll stay with the Eagles under their own basket.
AHSTW will bring Ava Paulson in. Ella Langer comes out. Not a deep AHSTW squad. Underwood on the inbound. Humphrey gives it left side Hall. Now Tyler Hall right back to Leah Hall. Feeds Jacobson in the lane. 2 defenders collapse. 1 to go to Ambrose. Ellie Peterson got a hand on it, and they'll say it's out of bounds off of her.
Well, there were 3 blue shirts surrounding Elizabeth Jacobson, and she was able to find her teammate, but just kind of deflected off. But you can see that Coach Vanderhoof's philosophy or game plan tonight is not to let Elizabeth Jacobson beat you in the post.
Hall back to Humphrey. Humphrey with a ball fake. Kick out right side. Leah Hall, a 3 is good. It's another assist for Leah Humphrey, who I believe's got 3 on 4 buckets for Underwood so far.
Well, and that's the inside out. You get the shots from the perimeter. It's going to make decisions that you're going to have to come out and guard somebody.
HSTW turns it over as that pass is overthrown. 9-2 our score. 3:25 left here in the first quarter. Humphrey will bring it across for Underwood. Now to Tyler Hall. Right back to Humphrey. Humphrey right back to Hall. Now Leah Hall at a step on her defender. Gets picked up. Right back out to Tyler Hall. Humphrey back to Hall. Hall blocked out top by Paulson. Rebound by Goshorn. So Ava Paulson gets the swat. Now HSTW brings it across.
Man-to-man defense for the Eagles. So when Goshorn's out, that also pulls Jacobson away from the basket.
Peterson swings it in. Goshorn fouled on the floor. She tried to kick it out to Knopp. That's going to be on, if that's on Leah Hall, it's her second. It is. And that's a sneaky big one because Leah Hall has got 7 of Underwood's 9 points.
Yeah, she's the girl I think's feeling most comfortable hitting from the perimeter. That's going to prompt Coach Andy Van Fossen to take her out and have her seat for a little bit.
She'll come out. Kinsley Ferguson's in. Also, another substitution for Underwood looks to be Allie Fletcher. There was one for HSTW as well. In the lane, Goshorn. Goshorn trying to work around Jacobson. Shot no good. Rebound by Leah Humphrey, who is making her stamp on the game right now in just about every facet except scoring, and she'll try to do so there. Misses the layup. It is tipped out of bounds off of Underwood.
Oh, she had a good look. It just didn't get that quite rim angle that she wanted. It just kind of rolled off the rim.
2:29 left in the first quarter.
A little extended trap pressure here in half court by the Eagles.
Knopp with it, dribbled into 3 defenders, gives to Peterson, and she double dribbled. They had all types of space.
You're not going to get that slip by Mr. Kipp out there, the official, are you?
No, not at all.
Good officiating crew tonight. These guys from Council Bluffs area.
We've got 5 turnovers on HSTW so far in this first quarter. Ferguson with it, right corner, will drive in. Ooh, traveled. She's going to turn over, travel.
Well, she wanted to skip past diagonally across, and then that hand stuck out, and then it closed the lane that she wanted to look to see, and she just ended up, as you mentioned, going to either turn it over or cut the travel.
Underwood brings Carly Nelson into the game. 9-2 our score. HSTW gets it across half court with Knopp. Now they've got numbers that go in the lane. Paulson blocked by Humphrey. Rebound by Nelson.
Nice timing by Humphrey right there. It looked like a sure layup for the Vikings. She swatted it away.
Don't usually think of Aaliyah Humphrey as a shot blocker, but she was there. Here's Ferguson. Picks up her dribble. Swings it out to Humphrey. Humphrey to Fletcher. Fletcher almost dribbled it off her foot for a moment. Now she gives to Humphrey. Right back Fletcher. Fletcher right back to Humphrey. A little two-man game between those two. Now they'll get Ferguson involved in the left corner. Back to Humphrey. High post Nelson. Fletcher driving in. Got by her defender. Misses the shot long. Rebound into the hands of Jacobson. She can't get the shot to go, and then it's rebounded by Delaney Gossler.
Well, she doesn't usually miss him in this point blank, and she's working hard. They're really putting a lot of bodies on Jacobson.
Minute 15 left in the first quarter. 9-2 advantage Underwood. Low-scoring affair up to this point. Langer to Peterson. Left side with it is Knopp. Now on a cut to Lane. Goshorn got behind the defender and gets it to go.
Well, that's the disadvantage playing man-to-man. Goshorn a little bit fleet of foot. Got ahead of Jacobson. Found a nice cut, nice pass, and nice basket.
9-4. Under a minute left here in the first quarter. Ferguson back out top. Fletcher. Fletcher picked up her dribble without really having anywhere to go with it, so she'll give it to Humphrey near the logo, who goes right back to Fletcher. Down to 15 on the shot clock. Bounce past Ferguson. Around the perimeter they go now. Humphrey left side. Thought about the three. Instead back to Fletcher. She'll pop a right side three that is missed short. Nelson rebound. Tried to high dribble. It'll kick back out. Humphrey three. No good. Long rebound into the hands of Goshorn.
Well, again, without Leah Hall out there, you can see that was the girl that was hitting those shots you mentioned, Trev. They haven't had that with her 2 fouls.
15 seconds left of the quarter. Shot clock turned off for HSTW. Goshorn with it out top. Down to 8. She'll go left side, Peterson. Peterson traveled. She wanted to go to Paulson on the right corner.
Now she picked up that pivot foot and didn't release the ball in time, so kind of a missed opportunity now. There's still a little bit of time here for the Eagles, Trev, with 6 seconds to maybe get a shot off.
Tyler Hall, Delaney Ambrose come back in for him. Yeah, 6 ticks left in the quarter. Fletcher will be the inbounder, and she gives it to Hall. Hall with 4-3, right back to Fletcher. They'll go right side. Ferguson, she doesn't have much time left, and that's how the quarter will end. So kind of a low-scoring first quarter, and we go to the second. 9-4, Underwood leading HSTW. We're on KMA Extreme. We'll be joining on KMA 960 in about 3 minutes here from Underwood.
Dave Lyon Towing and Repair has been serving the Underwood area for over 40 years. They offer 24-hour light and heavy-duty towing and recovery, including a rotator, winch equipment, wreckers, and flatbeds to serve you. They're available for repair on cars and trucks Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Located at 134th Street in Underwood. When you need a lift or repair work, call Dave Lyon Towing and Repair of Underwood, Iowa. 712-566-2317. Not the biggest, just the best.
4 Underwood lead.
Yeah, I think all things considering, I think Coach Joe Vanderhoof and the Vikings got to feel pretty good about just being down 5 because it started with a hot shooting touch by the Eagles.
HSTW with the basketball right now to start the second quarter. Delaney Goshorn with it, right corner. Now they'll go in the lane. Goshorn out. McKenna Paulson, long 2 from her, no good. And the rebound is won by Goshorn, who tracked it down.
She just didn't give up on that ball.
And a reset for HSTW. Here's a 3. Paulson, nothing but net.
And that hustle by her is worth 3 points right there. That's a big basket because now you got a little momentum here to start the quarter, Trev.
9-7 our score. Tyler Hall tipped away. Langer tried to save it. She goes out of bounds.
And, at some point with Leah Hall with 2 fouls, Coach Van Fossel's going to bring her in, but we know how long does he wait? Might not be much longer if the Vikings keep shooting the ball well.
Kind of an interesting lineup right now for Underwood. So we're going to join here on the radio side in a moment. Here's a 3, no good by Ferguson. Rebound by Ambrose. 3, Tyler Hall, no good.
A couple good looks.
And we're live here on KMA 960. Trevor Mader with you alongside Brian Bertini. Western Iowa Conference girls basketball action. 9-7 our score.
They could take the lead or tie this on this possession.
That being Underwood leading HSTW. Here's Sadie Paulson with it left side. Just hit a 3 moments ago. Now Goshorn right side. HSTW down to 12 left on the shot clock. They'll feed Goshorn inside. Working on Nelson. Lost it for a moment. Stolen away. Tyler Hall gets to it. Hall with numbers. 2-on-1 out front to Ambrose. Slings it up and in.
Nice job by Ambrose right there to run the lane, create some space right there. Turnover turns into points. Big basket for the Eagles.
6.5 left in the half. Right side, Knopp. Actually, check that was Paulson. Now here's Gosshorn.
Well, Jacobson out. You think they maybe really try to get her in the post.
With it out top is Paulson. And it's stolen away by Carly Nelson, who's seeing some enhanced minutes tonight.
Well, they tried to, but good defense by Nelson, as you mentioned.
Hall lost it for a moment. Might be say no, they're going to say it was not touched by McKenna Paulson. So it'll go to AHSTW. Now we'll see substitutions on both sides. Looks like Peterson in for Gosshorn. Underwood will give Nelson and Fletcher a breather. I think Elizabeth Jacobson came back into the game. She has.
Did Aaliyah Humphrey as well.
HSW gets it across half court. Peterson to Knopp. Right side Langer. In the lane, Peterson. No foul on Jacobson.
Well, that's what you're going to do sometimes, is take it right at the shot blocker, Trev. And that time Jacobson a little bit tardy coming over there to weak side help. And Jacobson went up. Too much body and pretty big free throws, I think, here, even early in the game.
So Ellie Peterson, a senior at the free throw line, a 57.9 shooter from the charity stripe.
She's on the wrong side of the 50 on that one, wasn't she?
Yeah.
She needs this one. I think any points that you can get right here, Trev, to stay within striking distance is huge for the Vikings.
Doesn't get either one there, but the rebound, Sadie Paulson. She's picked up, though, defensively. So they'll kick back out. Langer back in the lane. Peterson, left side, McKenna Paulson. That was blocked by Jacobson. Rebound by Tyler Hall. And here comes Underwood the other way.
Oh, it's tough to shoot over a 6'2", 6'3" girl right there.
Ferguson with it, left corner. Almost stolen away by Langer. They let her get away with a little contact there. Hall gets it back to Humphrey. Now Ferguson out top. Back to Hall. Down to 16 on the shot clock. Hall to Ferguson. Right back to Hall. Humphrey now left side, down to 10 on the shot clock. Hall, Humphrey, back to Hall, down to 6. Hall will drive in, blocked by Peterson. Out of bounds, it'll stay with Underwood, but only 4 seconds left on the shot clock.
Good timing, but she released off of Jacobson, come out and swatted that away, as you mentioned. And pretty good defensive scheme so far by the Vikings, I think, Trev.
So 4 ticks left on the shot clock for Underwood. They will inbound it with Aaliyah Humphrey. Humphrey had a look at Ferguson for a moment. So it goes to Ambrose, and they call a late foul. It's going to be on Gosshorn, I believe. And if so...
She turned her head just for a moment, I think, to check to see where Elizabeth Jacobson was, and the ball was released. Humphrey got it inside, and she couldn't react quick enough.
It's on Gosshorn, her first team foul for HSTW. And now Delaney Ambrose misses the front end of the free throws. She's a senior. 58.3% free throw shooter.
So if you're Coach Vanderhoof and look, we played almost a quarter and a half, and I've only got one team foul, you got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, and they've turned the ball over quite a bit too. I mean, to be down 5 right now, I think you definitely take that.
Yeah, and not to have some key players, in foul trouble, you got to sit. So
there's Peterson hard to the hoop. They let him play through the contact, and Humphrey gets the rebound.
That would have been a big one. That would have been the second on Jacobson, as you mentioned. Let him play through it.
Here's a 3. Ferguson would have been a big one. No good. Jacobson, rebound, putback is good.
Well, she just happened to be in the right place on the weak side, and it just came right to her. And 6'2", being 6'2", she goes up, gets her first 2 points of the night.
4.5 left here in the half. 14-7. Advantage Underwood. Paulson goes inside. Gosshorn blocked by Jacobson. Able to find Paulson, though. It's no good. And Elizabeth Jacobson gets the rebound.
Wow, that would have been a big basket. They had a good second look. And again, Jacobson altering shots.
Now Underwood the other way. Gets a bucket to go from Delaney Ambrose inside.
Well, this was a chance. It was 9-7. Now 7 straight points for the Eagles.
Yeah, 7-0 run for them has grown this lead up to 16-7. Peterson gets it on a weave. She'll stop and shoot from the top of the key. Would have been a big one if it goes, and they'll get a foul on Ava Paulson. Went over the top of a defender.
Yeah, it was a good box out by Leah Humphrey on the long rebound. That's the one challenge you face when you play a zone defense is you got to go find a body. Humphrey did, drew the foul. They get a chance to extend this, as you mentioned, Trev, this 7-0 run.
Haley Stengel into the game for the first time tonight for Underwood. Also, Leah Hall back in there with 2 fouls. She's open on the left side. It gets picked up defensively by Peterson, so she'll go in the lane. Ambrose, turnaround shot, no good. Guess what? Jacobson had the rebound for a moment, then Gosshorn just plucked it away from her. It's a jump ball. It'll stay with, and a reset for Underwood. Guess what? Stengel will pop a 3. It's left short. That time, Paulson had the rebound for a moment. Knocked out by Jacobson. Ambrose gets it and gets the jumper to go.
4 attempts on that possession, Trev. That's just usually a doom message right there, and the Underwood Eagles capitalize.
It's a 9-0 Underwood run. 18-7 they lead. 3 minutes left here in the half.
Well, the Vikings need a basket in the worst way right now.
Gosshorn with it out top, right side. Peterson swings it in the lane. Gosshorn will kick back out. Here's a 3, not be a big one. If it goes in and out, no good. Gosshorn tracks down the rebound. And a reset for AHSTW. Gosshorn, 3 left side, long off the iron. Rebound tipped into the hands of Paulson, that being Ava Paulson.
Extended opportunity on this possession for the Vikings.
Now with it is Peterson out top. Down to 20 on the shot clock. They'll kick to Knopp. Back to Peterson. Peterson, nice high dribble. Runner from her. In and out, no good. They just can't buy a bucket right now.
No, that was a good look. And then a foul on Peterson. She got just a little too aggressive.
2:15 left in the half. We'll see some substitutions for HSTW. As Paulson and Paulson, Sadie and Ava Paulson come out. McKenna Paulson comes in. Just realized HSTW's got 9 girls suited up tonight, and a third of them are Paulsons. Here's Humphrey with it. Right back to Stengel. In the lane, Jacobson gets it to go.
I think that time Gosshorn was expecting some help from the front side. Didn't get there. Again, nice little run here in the second quarter by the Eagles, Trev.
20-7, making an 11-0 spurt. A little surprised HSTW hasn't called a timeout.
Well, they've had good looks, so it's not like they haven't got good looks. Just missing. Here's the chance they missed some free throws the last one of the possessions. It wasn't too long ago we were talking about the Vikings on a possession could take the lead.
Yeah, it was 9-7
with the ball.
Peterson just got fouled. That's on Ambrose, her second. It's a 15 foul on Underwood. So Ellie Peterson will go to the charity stripe. Can't get the first one to go.
And those are big. Those are those hidden points, Trev. If you hit a few of these and suddenly you go into halftime, maybe down 6, 7, you feel like it, but you're down 13, and then it starts to feel like it's a little tougher mountain to climb.
Ali Fletcher, Carly Nelson in for Underwood. Looks like Leah Hall and Delaney Ambrose will sit. Both of them playing with 2 fouls. Peterson gets that one to rattle in, and it stops the 11-0 Underwood run. And
if you're Coach Vanderhoof, I think you'd be a little tentative. You don't want to put too much pressure. Underwood's got some guards that can really break the press.
1:39 left in the half. Stengel right back to Fletcher, right back to Stengel. High-low Nelson at the high post. Kick back out Fletcher. Fletcher drives in and got fouled. I think it's going to be on McKenna Paulson.
Yeah, a little bit too much of the hand right there. They'll let you touch once, but you really can't just ride like a sidecar.
That is the first one on Paulson. 14th foul on HSTW. Humphrey looking for an outlet underneath. Gives to Fletcher out top. Now Stengel top of the key. Right side Fletcher. Lobbed in the lane Jacobson, who just volleyballed it for a moment. Got it back. Will go to Fletcher, who goes to Stengel. Now Nelson is blocked by Knopp. And then a foul on Jacobson, kind of a cheap foul for her.
Yeah, that was one that the ball was sitting right there. I think she thought she could get a clean tie-up. She couldn't. That's her second. I think that'll probably prompt Coach Van Vossen to make sure she doesn't pick up number 3 here before halftime with just 1:15 to go.
So Jacobson, Ambrose, and Hall all playing with 2 fouls right now for Underwood.
Well, here's when the Vikings made a little bit of a run was when Jacobson kind of sat out the end of that quarter and start the second. So let's see if they can put a little string of baskets together here.
Just over a minute left here in the first half. They go in the lane, Peterson. Peterson working on Nelson. Got blocked by Nelson, who gets it back.
Wow, nice timing by Nelson right there.
Humphrey with it. Right side Stengel. Right back to Humphrey. Cross the perimeter they go. Fletcher right back to Humphrey. Humphrey drives in. Kick out. Fletcher long two. No good. Rebound smacked into the hands of Ellie Peterson.
Well, there's a little discrepancy between the shot clock, but I wouldn't think they might want to hold maybe for a shot and limit as much damage as possible.
It'd be ideal. 30 seconds left, about a 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gosshorn is fought with by Ambrose. Jump ball. The arrow will stay with AHSTW, and now AHSTW will bring Sadie Paulson in. Ellie Peterson checks out.
With the same possession holding, they will not reset the shot clock, so you got 25 seconds. Will they reset the shot clock?
I think on a foul it resets.
So it wasn't a foul, it was a jump ball.
Yeah, that's okay. It does reset, I guess.
But it didn't change possession. I'm going to see what they do.
Or maybe the officials are conversing. Again, this is kind of uncharted territory that we're seeing this year at the shot clock, and I will say it's gone rather smooth, I would say.
Well, I think most of the shots have been up prior to the shot clock being expired. I think that's what they're talking about is since the possession never changed. In other words, the team with the ball never lost possession. So that's why they reset the shot clock, Trevor. It is 18, so
they'll reset it to 18, or it doesn't reset, but it goes back to where it was, the 7-second discrepancy between the shot clock and the play clock. Or the game clock, I should say. Gosshorn stolen away by Humphrey on the corner. Gosshorn almost got it back. This time the jump ball goes by way of Underwood.
So another missed opportunity, I think, for the Vikings, Trev. Could potentially, get a little momentum before halftime here, and now with 21 seconds, I think you're going to see the last shot taken here. Even though Jacob's not in there, I'm going to look for Aaliyah Humphrey to get a shot on the perimeter.
15 left in the half. Here's Humphrey with it out top. Leah Hall with it now left side. Back to Fletcher, down to 8. They go in the lane. Nelson up strong and one. Draws the foul as Carly Nelson.
Well, Carly Nelson just has been the glue tonight. She's made some defensive plays. She's got some steals. She had a block at the other end. She's got a chance for an and one. And boy, you talk about really kind of putting some separation and distance here before halftime, Trev. This free throw would be huge.
Fouls on McKenna Paulson, her second. Carly Nelson has not made a free throw yet this year, and that will not change. She misses it. Long rebound. Last touch, they'll say, by Gosshorn.
Still plenty of time, Trev. Just under 5 seconds.
Yeah, Underwood's going to get it with 4.8. The inbound Stangl in the corner. Out to Fletcher. They got to move quickly. They'll go Humphrey. Humphrey made the extra pass. Nelson couldn't hang on to it, and that is how the half ends. But how about a 13-1 stretch for Underwood to end the frame, and we go to the break. 22-8, advantage Eagles here on KMA 960 Shenandoah. We'll be back with halftime coverage in just a moment.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business.
She's definitely making her mark on this game so far, but their 2 leading scorers are probably what I would say their 3rd and 4th primary scorers on a nightly basis.
But that's a good sign of a team that's, the state tournament team last year, of course. They're ranked number 7 in Class 2A. And if you have some things, your primary weapons are kind of taken, and then you have other opportunities, boy, does that bode well as you get into tournament time, because then you got okay, you take this away, we've got some girls and show the confidence to say, I can step up and fill that role.
So halftime here in Underwood tonight. We're going to step aside for a little bit. When we come back, we'll get you set for the second half of this Western Iowa Conference girls basketball battle. All right, you can hear Nick Stavros' full interview with Creston head wrestling coach Cody Downing online, CamAland.com. Panthers hosting their home tournament tomorrow. Getting ready to begin the second half of Western Iowa Conference girls basketball bout, and it is a 22-8 Underwood lead over AHSTW as we start the second half. Brian Bertini, obviously a steep hill to climb for the Lady Vikes.
Well, it's got to start with just a couple possessions, Trev. I mean, you look up the score, you're down 14. You can't get all 14 back right away. I think your goal is, if you're Coach Vanderhoof, look, let's 8 minutes. Let's play 8 minutes. Let's get within 6, 7. I mean, if you can cut this lead in half, basically, Trev, and get from 14 to 7, hey, we've seen things, anything can happen, especially when you get foul trouble, because the Underwood Eagles do have a couple girls with a few fouls already, don't they?
They've got 3 with 2, but HSW is not getting shots to fall. They are 3 of 19 from the field right now. They've got the basketball to start the third quarter. With it right side is Riley Knopp. They'll go in the lane. Delaney Goshorn skips it along the corner to Paulson. Now here's a 3, Ella Langer. They're going to be 3 of 20 after that one. Elizabeth Jacobson gets the rebound for Underwood, and the other way, a turnover by Underwood.
Well, they had the shot they wanted. Goshorn was double teamed. She kicked it out to the shooter. They're getting some looks, Trev. They, like you said, they're just struggling to find that rhythm to get some of the shots to fall.
I mean, they had a couple shots in that first half that were like halfway in and rattled out. It's just not been their night offensively. Here's Peterson trying to change that maybe. She'll give around the corner they go. Peterson left side, down to 15 on the shot clock. Gives to Paulson. There's a 3, Goshorn to be a big one. It doesn't go. And Leah Humphrey gets the rebound.
Well, and that's maybe what you're going to have to do is get Goshorn on the perimeter, see if she can get hot. She's only got 2 points. She's averaging almost 15. You're going to need her to get close to her average if you're going to have a chance.
Minute into the half, still 23-8 advantage Underwood. 22-8 advantage Underwood. Here's Humphrey back out top, Tyler Hall. Left side Humphrey back to Hall. Hall will drive in. Contested shot, no good. Rebound tipped into the hands of Jacobson, who falling backwards gets it to go.
And I hate to say it, that's just 6'2", being 6'2", isn't it? Her hands above everybody else, and she's able to put that ball right back up in. Good start for the Eagles here in the second half.
24-8 our score. It is now a 15-2 Underwood run. Goshorn underneath tries to stop the run. Nice look, doesn't go. Jacobson gets the rebound.
That was a perfect. Jacobson was away. She had the angle and just too hard off the glass, Trev.
24-8 now our score. Jacobson with 6 points, 8 rebounds. Tyler Hall traveled as they were trying to swing it around the perimeter.
Again, another missed opportunity for the Eagles right there. They're working hard. The Vikings defense has been mostly effective. They've really kind of limited the touches for Jacobson. She's got putback points.
Peterson with it right side, gets a screen from Knopp. Couldn't do anything with it. Gives to Goshorn. Now Knopp right corner. Will feed Goshorn inside. Kick back out. Peterson right side 3. No good.
Good box out by Humphrey. So that's the two-man game you want. You just need Peterson just to hit some of those shots.
Leah Humphrey 4 rebounds. She gets a score tonight. Does have a couple assists, a block.
You know what? She's probably okay with that, isn't she?
Very much so.
Just loves
does
to
everything well.
Yeah, it's just steady.
Bounce pass left side Hall. She'll go left to right along the perimeter. Now back to Humphrey on the left wing. In the lane, lob to Jacobson. Beautifully put. And Jacobson draws the foul on Paulson. It'll be Elizabeth Jacobson going to the free throw line.
We talked about it, doing everything well. It was a tough entry pass, but she found a way to get it to her post player and drew the foul.
So Jacobson, the Omaha volleyball commit, gets the first one to go, and she's got 7 on the night. 25-8 our score.
One time it was 9-7, Trev. With 8, the Vikings had the ball, and they were potentially shooting for the tie of the lead, and since then, they've really struggled.
Yeah, since then it has been a 17-1 Underwood run. They had a big run late third, early fourth, their first meeting, to turn that game on its head. Here's Goshorn, a 3. No good. This time, though, Knopp gets the rebound. Might have got away with a travel. Gives it to Langer. Goshorn back on a cut, blocked by Jacobson.
Wow, good job by Jacobson to wait for Goshorn to put the shot up without committing the foul. And again, another empty possession for the Vikings.
5 minutes left in the third quarter. Humphrey with it out top. Gets a high screen. Jacobson kick out left side. Tyler Hall blocked by Peterson. Seen a lot of blocks tonight. Ambrose gets the rebound for Underwood. Now Humphrey will kick it back to Tyler Hall, who goes back to Humphrey. 8 on the shot clock. Hall was a little indecisive. Wanted to go to Jacobson. She throws it away, trying to keep it in bounds. Ella Langer gets it.
Yeah, Tyler Hull's pass, not a good one for Jacobs. Couldn't handle it. So another opportunity for the Vikings. They just got to capitalize.
Knopp will give it to Gosshorn.
We played almost a half a quarter, Trevor. They're still looking for their first point.
Langer, kick right side, Knopp, no good. Rebound by Jacobson. And AHSTW is 3 of 26 from the field tonight by my tally.
That's not good.
No, that's
tough.
putting it lightly.
Well, and it's tough because a lot of them are good looks. They're just not falling. And if you're going to pull the upset, you need shots to fall.
Jacobson underneath. Defender fell down. Gosshorn slow to get up. And
I think she might have rolled her ankle a little bit.
Jacobson gets the bucket. Nobody was defending her. It'll make it 28-8, and now they stop so Gosshorn can be tended to.
Well, and that's disconcerting because, if this game kind of ends the way it's going to, you're also thinking about next week, right? And they've got coming up, they've got some games. They got a tough one Monday, don't they?
They got St. Albert, who's playing some really good basketball right now, and then ICAM Manning played Logan Magnolia close last night. That's not an easy team either.
No. So your player that you really need out, she's going to have to come out regardless because of the stoppage of play. Let's hope it's just kind of a twist ankle, and maybe you can lace up the shoes a little tighter. And I think she just kind of stepped on somebody's foot underneath the basket right there, Trev.
Yeah, she fell down right underneath. And
Jacobson able to finish the basket, so that they have to wait until she's done before they stop play.
So HSTW will bring Ava Paulson in while Gosshorn gets tended to. 3:56 left in the third quarter, 28-8 Underwood. With it is Langer, left side. Will go top of the key, Peterson.
So Peterson's really going to have to be aggressive offensively.
Right side Langer, head fake, then kicks back out. Knopp. They'll go left side Paulson. In the corner to Ava Paulson, and then a 3 no good from Sadie Paulson. Rebound by Elizabeth Jacobson. She's now in a double-digit rebound. She's got a double-double tonight with 10 points and 10 boards. Here's Leah Hall, left side 3, no good.
That was a good look. She was the girl that kind of jump-started that offense for the Eagles in the first quarter.
Underwood shooting 12 of 33 by my tally tonight.
Well, neither team really scorching the nets, but Eagles have just had a little bit more offensive when they needed it.
Out top, Knopp, 3 from her, no good. Long rebound tracked down by Ava Paulson. And a reset for AHSTW, under 3 left in the quarter. Langer with it left side, wanted to go in the lane to Sadie Paulson. Humphrey got a hand on it for a moment, but Paulson got it back. Peterson to Langer, Knopp, now right side, Ava Paulson, back out top to Langer. Now Langer on a cut, gets a feed from Paulson and gets it to go.
It was one of maybe the better possessions right there. What a big basket. At least get some kind of points on the board here in this third quarter.
5.5 minutes into the second half. HSTW's on the board. Jacobson the other way answers as she gets a bucket to make it 12, and it's 30-10.
Ellie Peterson had no chance on that. Once Jacobson got post position, all that mattered is an entry pass. It was right on. 12 points for Jacobson right now.
And Coach Vanderhoof going to take a quick timeout. We'll take one with her. 30-10 our score. 2:11 left in the third on KMN 60.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Welcome back to Underwood here on KMN 960 and at KMAland.com. Trevor Mader, Brian Bertini with you here tonight. 30-10 our score. 2:11 left here in the third quarter. Underwood has grown this lead with a 21-3 spurt.
Kind of defense and also some shooting woes by the Vikings. Combination has put the Eagles firm control here.
HSTW with the basketball right now, coming out of the timeout. There's a 3 by Langer, no good. And the rebounds, Underwood's got some new faces into the game now. One of which is Corinne Treaty, who is in for them. Shot no good by Underwood.
Carly Nelson again tips it to one of her teammates.
And then underneath, Underwood hangs onto it as it goes out of bounds.
Well, it's a chance, too, for Coach Andy Van Fossen to kind of work some different lineups, as you get later in the year. Tournaments, it's always nice to give some kids experience now, Trev, in real game situations.
See some substitutions. 1:38 left here in the third quarter. Underwood a little bit younger lineup right now. Kinsley Ferguson with it. Also, they've got Mary Stevens into the game.
Been a pretty clean game, hasn't it, Trev? I mean, we played almost a quarter here. There's only 2 fouls and none on the home team.
89 seconds left here in this quarter. The inbound to Ferguson. 30-10 our score. This was once a 9-7 ball game. Now Ollie Fletcher with it. They give Ferguson right side. And they'll go right back to Ferguson. Ferguson, step back three was blocked. Nelson gets the rebound, though, for Underwood. Shot no good from her.
We mentioned it. There's been a lot of balls tipped and blocked tonight, hasn't there? On both sides.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen more of those than you usually see in a girls' basketball game.
Without fouls being called.
No. 1:07 left in the quarter. They inbound underneath Treaty. They'll go around the perimeter. Ferguson to Fletcher. Fletcher right back to Ferguson. Ferguson gives it back to Fletcher. High-low, Treaty blocked again. That time Peterson got a hand on it.
Add to the total. We should have kept a running total of all the blocks. I bet we're in double digits.
5 for Underwood, 7 for AHSTW, so 12 by my tally, and I could have missed 1 or 2 as well. In the lane with it, Peterson. Kick out left side along to Ava Paulson. No good. Nice box out by Carly Nelson. Gets her the rebound. 35 seconds left in the third quarter.
Virtually run this to the end of the shot clock.
About not even a full second differential between the two. Nelson, errant pass, deflected on the floor, sold away. Ellie Peterson gets it.
Well, she had the right idea, just not the right angle of the pass.
So now Underwood, or HSTW rather, could play for the final shot of the quarter if they so wish.
Oh, you're down 20. You need points as much as possible.
Peterson got a high screen from Langer. Now goes to Knopp. Right back to Langer. Langer right back inside. Peterson draws contact. Doesn't get the shot to go, but she will go to the free throw line. With 2.2 ticks remaining in the quarter. A foul on Mary Stevens, her first.
And we'll hopefully see the return of Delaney Goshorn in the fourth quarter. Maybe they've got that tied up, and we'd love to see her back on the floor here to finish.
First one from Peterson, no good. AHSTW from the free throw line tonight, just 1 of 5. Next one from Peterson is good. And it's 30-11 as she'll be subbed out for by Sadie Paulson.
Still enough time to get the ball down and get a decent look.
Inbounded to Ferguson, and Ferguson will heave one at the horn that is short, wouldn't have counted anyway. And we go to the fourth, 30-11. Underwood in control tonight here on KMA 960. We go to the fourth here in Underwood tonight on the KMA 960, KMA Extreme Online, KMAland.com. 30-11, Underwood in control right now over HSTW in this Western Iowa Conference girls basketball battle. We've got a fun boys game coming up after this. You will not want to miss that one. It was a close game earlier this year. HSTW is playing really well. And Underwood, a good team as well in the WIC. Right now in this girls contest, it's Underwood ball to start the third quarter. Starters on the floor for them, it looks like. Aaliyah Humphrey gets a touch. Gives it in. Delaney Ambrose. Tough shot from her goes, and she's got 11.
Boy, Ambrose just quietly put some big points up. She's in the double figures now, Trev.
Yep, she's got 11. Jacobson, of course, leads their way with 12. Early stages of the fourth, 32-11 our score. McKenna Paulson with it for AHSTW. Will kick out to Knopp. Knopp gives it to Paulson. Now left side, Ella Langer. Langer back out top. Knopp three, no good. Long rebound tracked down by Tyler Hall for Underwood. And the Eagles will continue to go to work. Leah Hall gives it to Humphrey. Ambrose draws two defenders, gets it plucked away by Paulson, that being Sadie Paulson.
Yeah, again, she just turned around. The ball was right there, and she's pulled it away from her.
6:50 left in this one.
Goshorn not on the floor, so she might be done for the night, Trev.
With it is Ava Paulson. Now they'll go jumper free throw line. No good from McKenna Paulson. Rebound by Tyler Hall. Hall brings it across hard to the hoop. Underhand roll for her. It's her first points of the night.
Well, nobody picked her up, and no Peterson right now, no Goshorn. Really, you lose that rim protection for the Vikings.
34-11 our score. There's a three. McKenna Paulson, no good. Rebound is on the floor, still on the floor. Tyler Hall's got it for Underwood. Here's a run out to Jacobson. Jacobson misses it. Ambrose rebound, doesn't get the shot to go, and it's rebounded by McKenna Paulson.
Jacobson kind of had a tough angle right there and couldn't get that basket.
6 minutes left in this one, 34-11. Paulson. Nice head fake by Langer. Lost it, though, into the hands of McKenna Paulson. Now she'll drive in. Kick out. Ava Paulson long, two. No good. Tipped out of bounds. That might be off Underwood, they say.
What's you got the shooting numbers right now for the Vikings?
Very unofficial because I'm not great at these, but 4 of 36.
It's just been tough sledding tonight for them.
Timeout on the floor taken by AHSTW. We'll take a quick one with them here on KMA 960. Welcome back to Underwood here on KMA 960 and online KMAland.com. It is a 34-11 Underwood advantage right now in Brian Bertini. There's just been a lid on the rim for AHSTW.
Yeah, it's a combination of two factors. One, AHSTW is really struggling. It's just one of those poor shooting nights you get occasionally, but also I think a lot of it has to do with the really good defense of the Eagles as well.
5:44 left in this one. So Underwood on their way to another win. Here's Sadie Paulson trying to stop that. Can't get it to go. Rebound, though, underneath by Ava Paulson for HSTW. Another opportunity for them. Never mind, it's stolen away by Leah Humphrey. Hall to Humphrey, out top, back to Hall. We'll go in the lane. Jacobson working on Peterson, just turns around and puts it in.
Pretty good place to go with the ball, isn't it?
That would be where I would try to go as well. She's got 14 on the night.
Another good assist, though, from Hall.
5 minutes left in this one. With it is Paulson. Now she gives to Peterson. Peterson, nice high dribble, goes up and puts it in, and that stops the drought for
Well, I like
HSTW.
the way she attacks the basket right there. She's fearless, and she just went in right there. Nice finish.
Peterson's got 6 tonight for them. Humphrey with it now for Underwood. Jacobson down low gets fouled.
She mentioned, Vikings going to be in action against a really good St. Albert team on there. That's a tough place to play. IKEA Manning. But Underwood's got a couple games next week, Trev.
They've got Missouri Valley on Monday, Riverside on Tuesday.
That's a sneaky game on that Riverside game, isn't it? It's always another one of those interesting places to play, and you play back-to-back, and you're always concerned about how your girl's going to respond.
The foul, by the way, is on Ellie Peterson. Her second. First free throw, no good by Jacobson. HSTW will bring Riley Knopp in. Looks like it will check out Ava Paulson. That St. Albert team beat Underwood, one of their 2 losses this year. Second one is good from Jacobson.
Well, that's going to be a matchup when you match up Evazik and Missy Evazik and Jacobson. That's a post battle to watch.
Had a chance to see St. Albert earlier this week when they won a thriller over Nottoway Valley.
That was a heck of a game up there, wasn't it?
Quite the contest. Here's McKenna Paulson with it for AHSTW. Lost it for a moment. Now gets to the Sadie Paulson. Left side, Riley Knopp. Now they'll go far left corner. Ella Langer, another nice head fake from her. Dribble drive, kick out to McKenna Paulson. They'll go around the perimeter. Peterson down to 7 on the shot clock, I should add. So Paulson will launch a 3, that being Sadie Paulson. It's no good, and the rebound is into the hands of Tyler Hall.
Well, it's not for good opportunity on the shots by the Vikings. They, as you mentioned, it's just been a lid on the basket tonight.
Early on, they had shots that, rattled out when this was still a tight game. As Hall walks the tightrope to save what would have been a backcourt violation. She drives in, will kick out right side Leah Hall. Hall back to Tyler Hall. The 3 is banked in from her.
I don't know how you bank it in from that angle, but it was a good one.
40-13, 3.5 to go in this one.
Trev, it wasn't long ago we were talking. It was 9-7. The Vikings had the ball with a chance to take the lead on a possession in the second quarter.
And then it's since gone everything Underwood's way. Here's Peterson, a 3, no good. Nice box out again to Leah Humphrey.
It's been kind of workmanlike tonight by the Eagles, hasn't it?
Very much so. These are the types of games they want to play as Leah Hall misses the 3. I think we're going to get Jacobson with the foul.
Yeah, you always rely on your defense. That's going to be pretty steady and solid. They're getting enough offense. And Coach Van Vossen's going to look up and say, yeah, we didn't burn the nets tonight offensively, but boy, our defense was good. We challenged shots. We didn't give any really putbacks. Kind of unfortunate that Delaney Goshorn probably, had an ankle injury. Hopefully she'll be in action Monday, but you put that together, and now you know why they're ranked number 7 in Class 2A.
Coming off that big win against Trainer last week.
Also, as you mentioned, stay undefeated in the WIC Conference.
There's a 3 that's good from Riley Knopp, and those have not gone for HSTW tonight. That's just their second 3 converted in 20 attempts.
Well, and the other thing is you just want to feel a little bit of momentum, Trev, as you close this out and get ready for that game mentioned Monday night.
2.5 left. Humphrey gives to Jordan Reimer, who's into the game. Now they'll go back Mary Stevens. Stevens along the baseline had no option but to throw it away. It's into the hands of Ellie Peterson.
This last 2 minutes is really about the Vikings. Can they just feel like they've got a little bit of momentum, make some shots, and like I said, go with a little bit of feeling of up-tempo stuff here before we close out this week.
Just over 2 minutes left. Here's Knopp, a 3. Almost got the roll in. Rebound and put back, though, by Ella Langer. 40-18.
Well, you got to give them credit, too. They're still fighting and scrapping out there. They were still working hard.
Under 2 left. Reimer with it. In the lane, Corinne Treaty kicks back out Stevens. Stevens, 1 dribble. Back to Reimer. We'll go to Humphrey. Right back to Reimer. Who goes right back to Humphrey. Now in the lane, Carly Nelson. Kick back out, Reimer. Back to Humphrey, down to 10 left on the shot clock. Reimer to Humphrey. Humphrey drives in. Nice high dribble and a foul on the floor. With 1:31 to go, will be an inbound underneath by Underwood. Boys game coming up here in just a few minutes. HSTW unbeaten so far this year.
I guess I'm going to see more than 58 points total between those two teams. I think that's going to be an up-and-down game.
I would be a little shocked if we don't see that. We might see 58 total by the end of the first half. Ferguson, nice shot, left it short though. Rebound by Mary Stevens underneath, but out of bounds off of Underwood.
I think they got a running clock, but I don't know why. I thought I had to get to 35.
Okay. Yeah, they got it stopped now.
Has to get to 35 before you do that.
Down to 1:15 to go. With it is Knopp. She'll give to McKenna Paulson. One to go in the lane. Ava Paulson was off a couple different Eagles into the hands of Sadie Paulson. Langer with 2 defenders crashing goes up, gets fouled, and Langer will have a chance to go to the free throw line. She's got 4 points tonight, looking to add to that total.
And again, against the man-to-man defense of the Eagles, the Vikings doing a good job of cutting the rim, and they were still working hard out there, trying to get some shots to the basket.
Doesn't get the first one to go. So Underwood They had that big win last week against Trainer. I know Coach Van Fossel, when I talked to him last week, was slightly concerned about a letdown. That was not the case as Langer buries that one. They rolled past IK and Manning Tuesday night. Pulled away from AHSTW here as loose ball's on the floor. And it's stolen away. I give credit to Ella Langer for the steal. Down to 45 seconds left in this one. With it out top is Paulson. Now left side Langer. Right back to Paulson. Long two is good.
And this is the first little bit of life we've seen. Vikings, when they shoot the ball well, they're going to be in some games, Trev.
For HSTW, all you can say is, I wish we could have got these shots to fall earlier. Down to 20 seconds left in this game. Ferguson being guarded fiercely by Langer. Loose ball stolen away by Ava Paulson. Down to 10 seconds left. HSTW will get one more shot, it looks like. McKenna Paulson underneath. Gets it to go. And that's how this one will end. So Underwood hangs on and wins 40-23. The Eagles still unbeaten in Western Iowa Conference play. Brian Bertini, your thoughts?
Again, just kind of a workmanlike effort tonight. Part of it was the shooting woes of the Vikings. They just couldn't get any traction, any baskets to follow the momentum. But the senior leadership, Jacobson, Humphrey, Hall, they just stepped up, did a great job. And the Vikings, like I said, you shoot the ball better, you got a chance. We're hoping that Delaney Goshorn's going to be okay for Monday. But again, the number 17 Class 2A did what they needed to do tonight, Trevor. Hold court, keep undefeated in the WIC Conference.
So Underwood gets the win. They now move to 10-2 on the year. And HSW falls to 5-9. Fun boys game coming up here in a little bit. We're going to step aside. Until then, when we come back, we'll get you set for the nightcap for a double dip here on KMA 960 Shenandoah and on KMA Extreme at KMAland.com.
Second down. Try it. I think you really like it. I tried it, and so here I am 17 years later. I love it.
All right, it is go time here at Underwood tonight for the nightcap for the Western Iowa Conference basketball action. HSTW and Underwood. HSTW 11-0 on the year, 9-0 in the WIC. Underwood 7-2 on the year. Those two losses coming in the WIC. Brian Bertini, what are you looking for here tonight?
Well, I'm interested to see. We saw this, Underwood team last Friday night battle with a really good trainer squad. So I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to do. They've got the physicality, I think, to match up with this Viking squad, and this has the potential to be one of those games that could come down the wire. And I think it's going to be a game, Trevor, which team can eliminate, force the other team not to go on some big runs, because these two teams both have potential to do that.
I did this the first matchup between these two. Again, it was very early in the season. Underwood came out, hit some shots. So they were up 15-6 on HSTW at one point in that game. HSTW found a rhythm, took a lead, never got super comfortable, ended up getting a 66-55 win. Two very athletic teams we're going to see here tonight.
And I think a statement game was the Vikings followed up that big game, last Friday night. They played a really good Ballard team on the road. Went over to Huxley, Iowa, and beat them 76-63. A big win against Riverside Tuesday night. So Coach G.G. Harris' squad is starting to find their groove offensively.
Starters for you here tonight. Underwood, under head coach Brad Bloom, going to roll with Josh Ravlin, Alex Ravlin, along with Mason Boothby, Jack Van Fossen, and Luke Seidler. As for HSTW, under the guidance of head coach G.G. Harris, who is rocking a very sharp red suit tonight, it's Cole Scheffler, Luke Sternberg, Nick Denning, Kyle Sternberg, and Braden Lund. Brian Bertini, what are the things that you feel like Underwood has to do tonight if they're to pull off what would be, I think, considered an upset?
Stay out of foul trouble. They need Owen Larson and Jack Van Fossen to stay on the floor as much as possible. Those are the two guys inside that can kind of control. They got to negate the size of Braden Lund and Kyle Sternberg. Otherwise, those two guys can take over. Neither one of these teams, I think, Trevor's going to get rattled tonight. So it's really going to be, can you hit some big shots? Can some other guys step up? And maybe a guy like Garrett Ludd, a freshman, has played quite a bit. Can he get hot from the perimeter to kind of open up some touches on the inside for Van Fossen and Owen Larson?
Looking forward to this one against Underwood, and it's HSTW here tonight, KMA 960 Shenandoah, and on the KMA Extreme online at KMAlands.com. Trevor Mader, Brian Bertini with you. Huge thanks to Danny for running things here tonight from Underwood as part of our partnership with Fuller Digital Solutions. It was a 40-18 Underwood win, 40-23 Underwood win in the girls' game, and now HSTW and Underwood getting ready to do battle in the boys' game here tonight.
Trev, Underwood in the home white, the Vikings in the gray, so you don't get that superb contrast that you might normally get. So it's one of those things, if you're playing offside defense and stuff, and you're looking for a pass, and that gray looks like a little bit like white, but hopefully it's enough different, right? Somebody won't throw the wrong side.
So ready to get things going. It'll be Jack Van Fossen jumping for Underwood. Kyle Sternberg doing the honors for HSTW, and we are underway in this Western Iowa Conference boys basketball battle. HSTW with the basketball to start, and they go right to the cup with Kyle Sternberg.
Mismatch right there. Somebody didn't pick up Sternberg, and he had a free lane to the basket. Vikings off and running.
Quick two for them right now. Here's Josh Ravlin, loose ball on the floor. Seidler gets to it for Underwood. Now right side, Alex Ravlin will feed Van Fossen to the paint, draws two defenders. Probably going to see that a lot tonight. That sets up a three. Josh Ravlin, nothing but net.
Again, if you're going to double down, somebody's got to be open. Ravlin hits a big three. Eagles on top early.
3-2 our score. Just 40 seconds into this one. Kyle Sternberg with it right side. Gives out to Lund. Lund, the lefty, will drive in. Nice jump stop. Picked up by three defenders. Goes up strong. Draws the foul. And Braden Lund has free throws coming his way.
I think that might be on Van Fossen.
Lund, a senior, good for 20.5 points per game, is a 73.2% free throw shooter. It's on Luke Seidler, his first. So free throws for Braden Lund. Knocks down the first one.
I was really impressed. Nick Stavas and I did a game when the Vikings played a trainer a couple weeks ago, and Lund didn't force shots. He didn't have a lot of points until late. Then he made his presence known and just took over the game in about the last 5 minutes.
Misses the second one. Rebound by Jack Van Fossen. I'm interested to see the Van Fossen-Lund matchup tonight.
I think you're going to get it.
There's Ravlin with it, that being Alex Ravlin out top. Gives to Josh. Long pass, Seidler being guarded by Sternberg. They'll feed Van Fossen inside. Denning and Lund guarding him. Van Fossen contested shot, no good. Rebound by Cole Scheffler.
Scheffler, the calm floor leader right now. He just does a great job of running the floor, does Cole.
Sternberg will kick out to Luke Sternberg. The three is there.
Brother, I got you, right?
Absolutely. Kyle with the assist, Luke with the tray, and it's a 6-3 AHSTW lead. Boothby with it for Underwood on the left side. We'll give to Seidler. Seidler driving in, and a foul on the floor.
You know, the Vikings are going to hit some shots because they've just got the talent to do that. If you're Coach Brad Bloom right now, what you're wanting is not let them go on big runs. Kind of match basket for basket, stay within striking distance, get quarter at half. Then you're going to have a chance.
Kyle Sternberg called for the foul. Inbound into the backcourt. Josh Ravlin will get it. He never touched it, so it's not a backcourt violation. Left side, Seidler. Gives to Boothby off a screen. Alex Ravlin will feed Van Fossen. The lane gives right back to Josh Ravlin. Go left side, Seidler. Down to 20 on the shot clock. Seidler to Ravlin. That being Josh Ravlin. Will go around the perimeter. Picks up his dribble. Bounce pass left side, Van Fossen. Back to Ravlin. Guys, defender to leave his feet. Hard to hoop. Nice moves. Josh Ravlin missed the shot short, though, and Nick Denning gets the rebound.
Well, he did everything right, but get the finish. The C's parted for him right there. Two big guys were away from the hoop. He couldn't get it to fall.
Sternberg with it left side. Long pass to Luke Sternberg. Three not there. Rebound fought for by Denning and Van Fossen. Jump ball.
Well, Van Fossen's not going to let anybody take the ball away from him very easily.
It goes to Underwood. 5:40 left in the first quarter. 6-3 in favor of HSTW. Here's a three, Seidler for the tie. Bang!
Nice shot. Good step out. That time Lund couldn't get out to get in the way of the shooter, and as you mentioned, Seidler knocked it down.
We are knotted at 6 here early on in this one. Sternberg, long pass to Denning. Denning hands it off to Luke Sternberg. They'll drive it on Seidler. Just 5:08 left. Underwood the work across the HSTW pressure on the inbound. They get it across half court with Boothby. Boothby gives to Van Fossen. Top of the key, gets a high screen. Larson. Van Fossen kick out left side. Ravlin. He has defender to leave his feet. Mid-range J. He left it short. Kyle Sternberg with the rebound for the Vikings. They go the other way quickly. Luke Sternberg to Lund. Lund, three. No good, and it's out of bounds off HSTW.
Good pass right there. Draw the attention. Lund was the trailer on that. He just couldn't hit that open three.
You can tell by watching the HSTW ball movement that this is a group that has played a lot of basketball together.
Yes, and they're hungry. They had that heartbreaking lot at West Harrison at TJ Gym last year, and they've got a mission in mind to get one step further and get down to Des Moines.
Currently ranked number 6 in Class 2A. Here's Ravlin, hard to the cup, missed it short. Long rebound tracked down by Scheffler.
And they wouldn't run into the West Harrison team because they stayed in 1A. So a win-win for maybe, I think, both those squads.
Here's Scheffler, will feed Denning inside. Denning not a primary scorer, gives to Scheffler, misses the shot short. Rebound by Jack Van Fossen for Underwood. Ravlin underneath two defenders on him. Ravlin had to change his shot and gets it to roll.
Oh, nice ball whizzing right there. Put it on his hip, Trev, not by purpose, but worked out. Another lead for the Eagles here.
8-6, 3:50 left here in the first quarter. Scheffler, top of the key, tray, in and out, no good. Van Fossen skies high for the rebound.
Nice box out by Van Fossen.
Boothby, right side, Ravlin, deep tray, in and out, no good. Larson comes streaking in for the rebound, gives it to Josh Ravlin in the corner, and it's deflected off the double team.
Sternberg, Kyle did a good job. He's given no outlet pass available. Tipped it, deflected, turnover ball back to the Vikings.
Scheffler goes left side to Kyle Sternberg. Sternberg will beckon for a screen, it looks like, and he'll get the back screen from Nick Denning. Now Sternberg drives in through the contact. Shot no good. Rebound by Josh Ravlin. They're letting him play here early on. That was Alex Ravlin now against the board.
Josh took a pretty good hard hit by Sternberg.
Josh Ravlin with it out top. Goes left side, Boothby. Boothby will give to Larson. Larson back to Boothby. Boothby, top of the key to Josh Ravlin. Bounce pass in the lane to Van Fossen. Van Fossen at the free throw line with 2 defenders on him. Gives back to Josh Ravlin. Down to 12 on the shot clock. Van Fossen will drive in on Sternberg and misses the shot short. Rebound by Denning. And the other way, Scheffler in transition lays it up and in.
Nice little hesitation move by Scheffler. The defender go by, get the basket, and again, run out points for the Vikings.
8 apiece, 2.5 left here in the first quarter. Ravlin to Ravlin, that being Josh to Alex on the right side. He'll go right to left, hands off Boothby. Boothby being guarded by Luke Sternberg. Will go to Van Fossen, top of the key, right side, Josh Ravlin. Head fakes, drives in, gets picked up defensively, so has to give it back out to Boothby. 12 on the shot clock for Underwood. Larson driving in, goes to Ravlin. Shot was blocked, I think, by AHSTW. It was.
Yeah, just tipped. I don't know if he had a clean handle on, but it was deflected, so it'll stay with the Eagles. 6 on the shot clock. Still enough time to, work a two-man game, I think, on one side.
A couple substitutions for AHSTW. Ryan Wiedemeyer among them. On the inbound, they go Van Fossen. Van Fossen on Sternberg will kick out Boothby. 3, bang! Mason Boothby from downtown. Well, inside out game for Underwood, and they're up 11-8. Scheffler with it. High dribble, gets picked up, ball on the floor, stolen away by Ravlin.
Nice job by Ravlin not to pick up both feet on that, hold the possession. Nice little mini run for the Eagles here.
Abe McIntosh into the game as well for AHSTW. 11-8 Underwood.
Awesome. There's the veteran right there. Didn't go for the first pump fake. Trev stayed home, altered the shot. He got out of bounds and ended up in the hands of the Eagles here on the dip ball.
So Underwood basketball, 46 ticks left in the first quarter. Inside to Van Fossen. Back to the hoop. He'll try to back down one. He realizes it's not there. He'll pop it out to Boothby. Now Boothby, top of the free throw line. Ravlin gets a high screen. Van Fossen. Jump step, kick out. Larson at the free throw line. Down to 12 left on the shot clock. Gives it back to Ravlin. Ravlin, little floater. Missed it wide left. Rebound by Kyle Sternberg.
Good defense for the Vikes. Now one shot coming up for them. He'll have maybe a chance to go that 2 for 1.
11 left in the quarter as Cole Scheffler walks it across half court. They'll play for the final shot. Scheffler gets a high screen Lund. Now Lund will cut behind. Scheffler, contested shot, no good. Rebound by Van Fossen, and they will not get a shot off to end the quarter. But Underwood ends the frame with a 5-0 spurt, and they lead 13-8 as we go to the second. Fun first frame here in Underwood. A lot more coming up here on KAM 960. Underwood lead AHSTW basketball to start the second. They started with an Abe McIntosh triple from the left side to make it 13-11.
Yeah, great way to start right out of the shoot. Probably a set play. McIntosh buries it.
Josh Ravlin back into the game for Underwood. We'll go in the lane. Van Fossen, don't call the charge there, and they do. Van Fossen and Sternberg make contact. Sternberg hits the floor, and Van Fossen draws the foul.
A little contact, yes. Pretty good acting job.
I don't like that charge.
Yeah, I mean, it looks more grievous than it is, doesn't it? But it's one they just let him play through it.
So back to AHSTW it goes. Early stages of the second quarter. Sternberg, cross-court lob to McIntosh. And back to Wiedemeyer they go.
Big save. That was destined for the backcourt and over and back violation.
There's Lund, the lefty with a 3. No good. Missed it short. Rebound by Josh Ravlin. Ravlin to Van Fossen. See if Underwood doesn't try to get Van Fossen outside a little bit more. Force Braden Lund to play outside defensively. Not something he does a lot of. Here's Lutt to Josh Ravlin. It's a high screen, Van Fossen. Now Ravlin, dangerous pass to Van Fossen. Tipped and stolen away. Abe McIntosh gets it. Sternberg will drive in. Nice shot. Fought off the jump ball attempt by Seidler, and Sternberg ties us.
Yeah, he navigated through some traffic, absorbed a little contact, didn't phase him. Nice finger roll to basket.
13 all. First 5 of the quarter have gone to AHSTW. Seidler being guarded by Sternberg. Got a screen from Van Fossen. Picked it up, gives to Van Fossen. Now Josh Ravlin out top. Gets a screen from Van Fossen. He'll go left side, Lutt. Down to 15 on the shot clock. Van Fossen to Seidler. Seidler driving in on Lund, and he traveled on the head fake.
Well, he knew he wanted to come back off that spin move and drug that foot. Good defense by the Vikings again.
6:10 left in the half, 13 apiece here in this one.
It's been a fast-moving game, Trev.
Very much so. Fine with me. Here's McIntosh. Gets a high screen Scheffler. Now Lund with it out top. He'll get a screen from Scheffler. Gives it back to Scheffler, top of the key. Lund trying to work inside on Ravlin. Now will kick back out. He got it, drives in, trying to make an extra pass, deflected.
I think Van Fossen got a piece of that.
Garrett Lutt gets a steal off of the deflection by Van Fossen. Here comes Underwood. Boothby with it out top, being guarded by Wiedemeyer. Goes left side, Josh Ravlin. Left to right went Ravlin. Now Boothby, top of the key, Trey, in and out, no good. Braden Lund with the rebound. Might have been a heat check.
Yeah, well, he had a 5-0 run to finish that first quarter, so he's got the definitely range.
And Lund the other way, misses the shot inside. Jack Van Fossen gets the rebound. Seidler working in on McIntosh, underhand roll, no good. Sternberg with the rebound for AHSTW, and a clunky start to this. And Nick Denning will come in. Looks like Scheffler and Kyle Sternberg check out.
Well, we thought we might have a lot of points that first half. The defense has said otherwise so far tonight, but it's been a great first half so far.
13 apiece. First 5 of this quarter have gone to HSTW. Josh Ravlin with it right side. Gives to Boothby. Boothby got his defender to leave his feet, but gets picked up defensively. Has to give to Lutt out in the corner. There's a 3 right side. Boothby off the iron, too strong. Rebound in the hands of Van Fossen. Now Van Fossen trying to drive it, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
He's just a workhorse, isn't he, in there? He just battles every shot that's up. He wants to get his hands on it. And just that little extra hesitation, Trev. You know, if you're a shot blocker, you go for it. And now here comes the most important part for Jack right now. Nail the free throw.
Foul on Nick Denning, his first. Van Fossen, a 55% free throw shooter on the good side of it there. Gives Underwood the lead. Josh Ravlin, Alex Ravlin now will come in. Mason Boothby checks out. And the next one from Van Fossen is good as well. 15-13 Underwood.
Those are big free throws. You get that possession. You don't want empty ones against this Vikings team.
Inside the lane to McIntosh in the corner. He'll dribble towards the center. Got picked up by Ravlin. Kick out Luke Sternberg. Sternberg, jump step. Nice shot. Missed it long. Seidler with the rebound for Underwood.
Underwood doing a really good job of one and done. They're not letting the Vikings get 2 or 3 chances on a possession.
Ravlin, spin move underneath. Gets fouled. That is on Luke Sternberg. It's his first, 3rd for HSTW. So Underwood basketball. And going hard to the rack is Josh Ravlin. He gets fouled going up, and he'll have 2 free throws coming his way.
Yeah, defense spread out. He attacked the basket to Josh. And again, chance to put some more points on the board here via the free throw line, Trev.
So HSTW 11-0 on the year, knocks down the first one.
This is an Underwood team, too. It's still 5-2 in the conference. They got the signs. You spring an upset here, and, you know, doors open for them to get a WEC championship.
Ravlin misses the second one. Rebounded by Luke Sternberg for HSTW. 3:45 left in the half. 16-13 Eagles. Lund driving in on Lutt. Will kick out right side McIntosh. Defense collapses, goes along the baseline, sets up an open 2, long 2 from Nick Denning that falls, and it's a 1-point game.
All good job. Good ball reversal. Denning hit the shot that he had to hit.
16-15, 3:20 left in the half. Ravlin gives to Van Fossen in the corner. Van Fossen trying to back down on Lund. Will kick out left side. Seidler 3. Bang!
That's it. Good job by Van Fossen. Wait to the collapse. Hit the shooter, and then Seidler did the rest.
19-15 Underwood. On a cut to the hoop, Sternberg misses the underhand scoop. McIntosh can't get the putback. And then Jack Van Fossen with the rebound for Underwood. Ravlin wanted to go quickly up the floor. Picks it up, gives it to Lutt right side. Under 3 left in the half. 19-15 Underwood on top. Alex Ravlin with it now, top of the key, being guarded by Luke Sternberg. Gets picked up, gives to Seidler. Goes left side, Jack Van Fossen, down to 15 on the shot clock. Van Fossen driving in on Lund. Nice spin move, traveled, had the right idea. Wanted to kick it back out to Garrett Love, but took 1 too many steps.
Yeah, it worked last time. Like he said, he just put that pivot foot up before he released the ball.
Cole Scheffler, Kyle Sternberg back into the game for HSTW. Nick Denning and Braden Lund will now sit. 2:40 left in the half. 19-15. Underwood on top of HSTW. McIntosh with it on the right corner. Driving in. Picked up by Van Fossen. Has to swing it out to Sternberg. Now Scheffler on a screen. Drives in and a foul on Underwood. Might be on Alex Rablin.
Yeah, it's so tempting to sit there and reach as that guy goes by you, and you end up getting a little bit too much arm. I think that's his first, though. That was they called it on Lutt, I guess.
First on Lutt. He'll come out. Underwood will.
Van Fossen also takes a break for a little bit. Well earned.
Give him a little bit of breathing. He's got 7 rebounds, 2 points so far, does Van Fossen. HSTW goes around the perimeter. McIntosh, top of the key three. Missed it short. Sternberg underneath. Rebound and putback is good.
And that's it. Now Mason Boothby has to go in and guard somebody like Sternberg. That's what happened right there. Just a mismatch physically right there.
19-17 our score. Seidler with it. Will feed Owen Larson inside. Larson working on Sternberg. Kick back out Alex Ravlin. Now to Seidler. Seidler got picked up. Will give to Josh Ravlin a three. Bang! Nothing but net.
There's that inside-out game. Inside, kick it back out. You just got to have your shooters hit it. Right now, the Eagles are doing that.
22-17. Underwood going blow for blow with HSTW right now. Here's Wiedemeyer. Inside Sternberg. It was poked by Boothby for a moment, and then a foul on the floor. I think it's going to be on Alex Ravlin. It is. That's his first. 15 foul on Underwood. And now we'll see Jack Van Fossen come back in for Underwood.
Normally, sometimes you just need about a 30-second to get right back in there.
Cole Scheffler will inbound it underneath their hoop. Minute 33 left in the quarter and in the half. Sternberg gives to Scheffler, draws two defenders. Will hand out top Lund. Now Scheffler sets a high screen. Lund wanting to drive in. Nice jump stop. Travel.
You can jump once, but you can't twice.
Turnover by HSTW gives it back to Underwood. 1:23 to go.
By the Eagles, Trev, so far. Their scheme working really well.
HSTW going to a man look. At least on the inbound. Ravlin will bring it across, being guarded by Luke Sternberg. That being Josh Ravlin. Now gives to Van Fossen. Van Fossen being guarded by Lund out top. Hands off Boopy near the Underwood logo. Minute 12 left in the half. 22-17 Underwood on top. Boopy gets a high screen. Larson dribbles himself into a corner. He'll go to Ravlin. Ravlin, left side, Seidler three. Left it short. Bodies compete for the rebound, and Van Fossen got the board and a foul on Van Fossen. They'll say there was contact underneath.
Yeah, he went over the back on that. That ball just kind of took an extra little hop and too much of the body. And now, negated a putback point, too.
And now if you're Coach Brad Bloom, you almost have to sit him for the last minute. I mean, you have to, but you don't want to pick up a third.
No, you want him to still be aggressive when he starts that third quarter.
See if this is a 4 or 5 point swing here. There's Sternberg. He'll feed Lund inside. Lund trying to get big fadeaway shot from him is good.
When you're 6'5" and you can do a fadeaway like that, it's pretty tough. If he knocks it down, kudos to him on that.
It's the first field goal from Braden Lund. Instead of it being 24-17, it's 22-19. Josh Ravlin with it out top. 30 seconds left in the half. Loose ball on the floor. Sternberg got a hand on it. That being Luke Sternberg, and he steals it away.
He talks about that little turnaround. Could be a really big closeout basket here by the Vikings.
HSTW can play for the final shot of the quarter if they wish with the shot clock turned off. Luke Sternberg with it, right corner. Gives to Scheffler near the Underwood logo. Down to 10. He'll feed Lund inside. Lund gets a screen from Sternberg. Had it poked away by Josh Ravlin. Down to 5 left in the half. Ravlin brings it across half court. Goes hard to the hoop. Just threw one up. It's no good. Larson put back at the horn. No good either. And that is how the quarter ends. So Underwood will take a 22-19 lead into the break. A fun first half of Western Iowa Conference boys basketball. We'll be back with halftime coverage here in a moment on KMA 960.
Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe.
Communications in Southwest Iowa.
Halftime here in Underwood tonight, and this is a fun Western Iowa Conference boys basketball battle, 22-19. The Eagles leading AHSTW at the break, and Brian Bertini. The pace of this game has been fun. There's been some really good defense, and Underwood getting some shots to fall from the outside right now. That might be the difference.
Yeah, and there's a big one you talked about, Trev, right there about a minute or so to go. A putback basket by Van Fossen. It could have been up 7. It could have made it 24-17, waved off. Van Fossen picks up second foul. So Coach Brand Bloom thinking, we could be up 5 or 6. It's a 3-point game. You still got to feel pretty good, though, leading this undefeated Vikings team by 3. So, I think both coaches, there's a lot of good things to work on. As you mentioned, a good first half, pretty clean first half.
Kyle Sternberg leading AHSTW with 6. Underwood being paced right now by 7 points from Josh Ravlin. Luke Seidler adding 6 on a couple of trades. We're at the break here tonight in Underwood. We're going to step aside for a little bit. When we come back, we'll have the second half of this Western Iowa Conference boys basketball battle for you on KMA 960.
Hicks team for coming out this evening and supporting.
Getting ready to begin the second half here tonight at Underwood. Trevor Mander, Brian Bertini with you. 22-19, Underwood boys leading AHSTW as we start the third quarter. Underwood with the basketball. Starters on the floor for them: Alex Ravlin, Mason Boopy, Josh Ravlin, Jack Van Fossen, and Luke Seidler. Van Fossen with it, left corner, out top, stolen away. Cole Scheffler, and then fouled by Alex Ravlin. Maybe Josh Ravlin, maybe not a bad foul actually.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate because out of the break, halftime, you like to try to get something positive, and you don't get even an opportunity and turn the ball over. Now you get a chance, the Vikings, to see if they can strike first here in the second half.
6 starters also on the floor for HSW: Cole Scheffler, Luke Sternberg, Nick Denning, Kyle Sternberg, Braden Lund. Here's Kyle Sternberg giving to Lund left side. Top of the key, Lund being guarded by Ravlin. Will give it back out, Scheffler near the logo. Now far right wing, Denning. Sternberg driving in, swings it into Scheffler, who got behind the defense and gets a bucket.
Yeah, Josh Ravlin lost where Cole Scheffler was, so get the steal and the first basket, 1 point game.
22-21. Ravlin out top will give Boopy left side. Boopy being guarded by Sternberg. Goes to Van Fossen inside. Draws a double team from Denning and Lund. He'll kick out Seidler. Seidler gives to Boopy. Down to 13 on the shot clock. Van Fossen gets a touch at the high post. Will kick out right side Ravlin. Ravlin one of the 3. Instead will drive in. Swing out Seidler. Down to 4 on the shot clock. Mid-range Jay Seidler too long. Van Fossen rebound and putback is good.
Wow, good job by actually Braden Lund not to commit the foul. Maybe an N1. Give him the basket. But a good rebound on the weak side. 3.
Just a second earlier if he gets that away, and it's a nice pass, but instead it's a turnover. And HSTW brings it across with Luke Sternberg. Gives to his brother Kyle. Left side 3 from him. No good off the iron. Van Fossen skies.
He's going to get it if it's anywhere near.
Here comes Underwood. Seidler. Bounce pass into Ravlin. Loose ball on the floor. Just goes up strong. Blocked by Lund into the hands of Sternberg. And then a foul on Underwood.
That's on Josh Ravlin.
Foul's on Josh Ravlin.
It is second on Ravlin.
I'll tell you what. Two teams really stepped up their defensive intensity. Points are hard to come by so far tonight.
25-21, Underwood on top. 5:29 left in the third quarter. Sternberg with it, left side, in the lane to Lund. Quiet offensively tonight. Tough shot, no good. Van Fossen, another rebound for him.
What makes this impressive, too, the last couple games, Vikings have put up 76 points.
Van Fossen with 11 rebounds. Shot no good by Underwood underneath. Foul on the floor. That's going to be on HSTW.
I just love the way Van Fossen, he just keeps battling. It's just never quits on any rebound.
Second one on Luke Sternberg. Ryan Wiedemeyer in for HSTW. Nick Denning comes out. 5:10 left in the third. Boothby skips it into Van Fossen. Had it stolen away by Lund as he was going up.
Braden just waited, just didn't try to challenge the shot. Stayed on the ground, stripped it away.
Sternberg, nice spin move. Kick out right side. Loose ball on the floor. Sternberg gets it back. Now Scheffler will drive in. Gets picked up defensively by Van Fossen. Kick back out Lund. He's really grown his outside game lately. He wanted it for a moment. Instead he'll drive in. Blocked by Van Fossen. Into the hands of Ravlin. Lund wanted a foul on that one, doesn't get it, and then a foul the other way.
Well, Alex Ravlin that time just challenged Cole Scheffler, went right at him. He's going to be rewarded 2 free throws. So foul trouble kind of non-existent the first half, Trevor. We've had 5 fouls in about 3.5 minutes of basketball here.
That one on Cole Scheffler, his first. Alex Ravlin misses the front end.
Eagles, these are those hidden points that you need to have. You're up 4, boy, if you make some free throws, you just keep putting that little distance between you and this team.
75% free throw shooter, buries the second one, 26-21. 4:42 left here in the third quarter. Wiedemeyer gets a screen, now goes left side Scheffler. Scheffler driving in, got by his defender, gets it off the glass and good.
That's the second time Cole's got to the basket, Trev, and finished.
Cole Scheffler with 6 points for HSTW. It's 26-23, 4:20 to go in the third. In the lane, Van Fossen, kick out Seidler. Hit a couple threes earlier, lost it, got it back. We'll say it was tipped. Now Ravlin Looking for an outlet, gives to Seidler. Seidler back to Ravelin, 3, top of the key, bang!
Wow, that no call was huge, Trev.
6-point lead for Underwood, their largest of the night at 29-23. This gym has gotten loud. There's Wiedemeyer trying to answer a 3. He does.
Nice job by Wiedemeyer. Nobody picked him up. Set his feet. Good follow through. Nice answer.
First points of the night for him. It's back down to a 3-point game at 29-23. Seidler working on Sternberg. Picked up his dribble, gives to Van Fossen. Van Fossen to Josh Ravelin. Now Van Fossen sets a screen, cuts, and a blocking foul underneath on Sternberg as Van Fossen went up. Brian, earlier there was an offensive foul called on Kyle Sternberg, on Jack Van Fossen. I think that was probably more of an offensive foul there in the first one.
I think the only thing was he might have been so far to the basket. It was that, if you had that arc like you do in the other levels.
Again, I don't hate the call there.
Well, and then the official there's kind of having a couple words with Cole Scheffler, just asking him about it, and you got to keep your composure right here.
First one from Van Fossen is good.
That's the second foul, too, I believe, on Sternberg as well.
Luke Seidler comes out.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 call most of the time. And
Van Fossen buries both, and it's a 5-point Underwood lead at 31-26. Sternberg gives to Wiedemeyer. Just hit a triple a moment ago. Give it back to Sternberg. Sternberg picked up defensively, goes to his little brother Luke, and he's fouled.
Might be on Garrett Lutt. It'll be his second.
It is.
So the foul's coming up a little bit more. We thought it might get a little bit more physical this half, and now some coaches are going to have to decide on if somebody does get that third or fourth foul here in the third quarter. What do you do?
3:14 left here in the third. Wiedemeyer with it, far right wing, gives right side Sternberg, that being Luke Sternberg, but in the lane Kyle Sternberg backing down. Defender hit the forward Ravelin, and Sternberg puts it up and in. Good no call there.
It was more of an acting job. They just let it play through, and Sternberg finished it off.
Back down to a 3-point margin, 31-28. Alex Ravelin with it out top. Driving in on Wiedemeyer. Now kick out Boothby left side. Skips it to Ravelin. Ravelin back to Josh Ravelin. Now Van Fossen in the paint. Trying to create separation. Nice contested shot by Lund. Van Fossen rebound and putback is good.
Jack does such a great job. If he misses, he goes right back up. That's a big putback.
8 points, 12 boards for Van Fossen. The other way, Sternberg can't get the roll. Garrett Lutt with rebound. That one just hung on the rim for a solid second. And AHSTW still down by 5. Here's Josh Ravelin with it, going right to left. At the top of the key, traveled.
Yep. He wanted his brother, I think, to kick out a little bit farther, Trev. He didn't move, and he had that pivot foot already picked up and put it back down.
Abe McIntosh in for Luke Sternberg. Doesn't it really feel like the intensity is picked up?
Well, yeah. I mean, this is a big rival. These teams know each other well. There's a lot at stake here, I think, in this game here in January.
AHSTW has won 25 straight games against Western Iowa Conference opponents. They go high post Sternberg. Sternberg trying to drive in on Ravelin. He traveled.
He traveled, too. And we're seeing some pretty good athletes. Of course, you know about the prowess of those guys on the football field, so there's a little bit of pride. These guys do not want to back down, and we're seeing a really good defensive game tonight.
33-28, 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Boothby will kick to Lutt. Mid-range J will be wiped out because of an offensive foul on Boothby. Boothby and Sternberg made contact.
Yeah, Boothby had left his feet kicking the ball back out to Lutt. He just landed on the defender, so.
Fourth team
foul. Going to lose that argument, I think.
On Underwood, first foul on Boothby. Minute 50 left in the third. 33-28, Eagles on top. Here's Scheffler with it, far right wing. We'll get a high screen Lund. Now Lund on a cut, passes in front of him. He hauls it in. Boothby got a hand on it. And then Lund threw it off the back of Van Fossen to maintain possession.
That just had disaster written all over, but the Vikings hold possession. That's the biggest thing.
1:38 left here in the third quarter.
Timeouts. Neither coach have used a timeout so far tonight, Trev.
I mean, there hasn't been like a big run to warrant one.
It's just like a heavyweight fight. This guy's throwing punches back and forth here.
Scheffler with it, the free throw line, gives to Lund. Lund going left to right, will swing it far, right wing McIntosh. McIntosh in the lane, Sternberg. Sternberg worked around his defender, fouled by Van Fossen, and that's going to be the third on Van Fossen.
Well, I think Jack anticipated him maybe spinning middle. Sternberg went under the basket, trying to do that up and under shot. Now decision time for Coach Brad Bloom here. 123, Trev. I think you got to let him sit for a little bit. You do have a lead, don't you?
Yeah. So it looks like Luke Seidler will come in for him as Kyle Sternberg goes to the free throw line and misses the first one.
I mean, if you're Coach Bloom, you want him to stay somewhat aggressive, have that chance to battle for some rebounds. He picks up foul number 4. He kind of negates that opportunity for him.
He'll also bring Alex Rablin out, Owen Larson into the game. Next one from Sternberg is good. 33-29, 123 left here in the third.
Let's see if the Vikings pick up a little bit more full court pressure.
We saw earlier on when Van Fossen sat for about 90 seconds, AHSTW immediately went inside. Here's Lutt trying to make the extra pass. Larson poked out of bounds by Kyle Sternberg.
Well, Garrett, the freshman, realized he wasn't going to match up with Lund or Sternberg, so look for his pass, deflected off, and he'll stay with the Underwood Eagles here.
1:12 left in the quarter. Inbound Seidler, now to Rablin, being guarded by Scheffler, who just plays in-your-face defense. Lutt gets a screen from Larson, now gives to Larson. Pass back out top, Seidler. Seidler, jump stop. Kicks back to Boothby. Boothby contested 3, left it short. Long rebound into the hands of Cole Scheffler. And here comes AHSTW up front. Sternberg is fouled. McIntosh fouled.
Great recognition by Cole Scheffler right there. Hit McIntosh on the lead. Garrett Lutt probably saved the basket, but that's going to be his third foul. He's kind of one of their primary subs, especially on the perimeter.
Third foul for him, 16 foul on Underwood, so the next one would put AHSTW in the bonus for the entirety of the fourth quarter. McIntosh knocks down the first one, 33-30.
Well, in a game like this, Trev, where points are a little bit hard to come by, don't you just feel like every possession is just magnified of importance here as we get ready to close out this third quarter?
56 ticks to go in the frame. McIntosh misses the second one. Owen Larson with the rebound. Nobody boxed out for HSW. They wanted to get back and play defense. Here's Boothby. Gives to Alex Rablin. Left side, Seidler. Seidler gets a high screen, Rablin. Dribbling around the top of the key. Will feed Larson inside. Larson missed it off the iron. Rebound and put back no good, but he's fouled.
Owen Larson had a good look. Cole Scheffler was matched up on him. He had the advantage, and London Sternberg were nowhere to be found. That would have been 2 big points right there. Now I have to earn them a little bit differently from the 15-foot line.
First one on Lund. He's done a good job staying out of foul trouble so far tonight. Larson's first one is good.
That's a big one because then you just feel like no matter what, even if you make this one, you gain something out of that possession, Trev. And it's a 2-possession game now, right?
Yes, first points for Larson tonight. 34-30 our score. The second one also good at 35-30.
In a game like this, boy, it feels like every free throw opportunity might be huge.
30 seconds left in the quarter. The shot clock and game clock are even, I would say, right now. Kyle Sternberg goes inside to Lund. Lund draws 2 defenders. Gets it to roll.
Well, there's without Van Fossen. You knew that. Went right to the hoop.
35-32. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Boothby with it out near the logo, being guarded by Wiedemeyer near half court. Boothby will drive in, and he's fouled trying to go to the rack, and Mason Boothby's got free throws coming his way. And that's on Ryan Wiedemeyer. His first.
2 things there. Free throws coming up, and both teams now in the bonus the rest of the way, so free throws are going to play a huge role here down the stretch.
Boothby misses the first one. 6 seconds left in the third. 35-32. Underwood leading AHSTW. Mason Boothby at the free throw line for Underwood. Misses them both. And then Larson's going to get called for the foul on the rebound attempt, and that's going to put AHSTW in the bonus.
Yeah, and look at that's one of those little cause and effect. If he hits the free throw, even the second one, that's one of those little cause and effect. If he hits the free throw, even the second one, that foul doesn't happen, right?
Right.
You have a 4-point lead. Now potential for the Vikings to chip into the lead.
Cut it to 1 maybe.
Yeah, and barring another jump ball, Trev, they're going to start the ball the fourth quarter, so almost a 2-for-1 here. With only 5 seconds to go. I think they're checking to see who's the shooter.
Well, Braden Lund thinks it's him. He's standing at the free throw line right now. There was a game in Missouri a couple years ago where there was a set of triplets that had switched the free throw line. Something to always think about when we see this situation. Shot no good by Lund. Tries to track down the rebound. He stepped on the line doing so.
He missed a free throw opportunity right there. So Underwood kind of escapes that position. 3 seconds. What you don't want now is a backcourt turnover,
Right.
Trev.
So Ravel will inbound it with 3 seconds left in the quarter.
Extended pressure by the Vikings trying to force it backwards.
Zolate starting Boothby, contested three at the horn, no good. And that is how the frame ends. So fun finish it looks like coming up. We go to the fourth. Underwood leading AHSTW 35-32. Here on KMA 960 Shenandoah. AHSTW basketball as we go to the fourth quarter. It is 35-32 in this Western Iowa Conference boys basketball battle. On the floor for AHSTW, Cole Scheffler, Luke Sternberg, Braden Lund, Kyle Sternberg, and Abe McIntosh. Vikings have, I'd say, probably trailed more in this game than they have all season. Trying to either cut this down to one or maybe tie it in this possession. Here's Lund. Inside the paint, turnaround jumper from him is good.
His game has grown, as you mentioned, but he didn't force that. He waited till he got his body set, shoulder square. Good start for the Vikings here in the fourth.
Such a nice shot. Seidler will swing it in Van Fossen. Van Fossen, kick out right side, Josh Ravlin, three, bang! That's a nice shot, too.
And they've hit some threes just when the Vikings made a little traction. The Eagles have had a way to respond.
38-34, here's a three, Sternberg, no good. Long rebound by Seidler for Underwood. See if they can grow their lead here. We'll go in the lane, Van Fossen. Kick back out, Seidler, step back, Jack, bang! And a timeout taken by G.G. Harris as Underwood hits back-to-back trays to grow their lead to 7 with just under 7 left. 41-34 our score. Back-to-back triples for Underwood has grown their lead to 41-34, their largest of the game. And Brian Bertine, still a lot of basketball left, but Underwood just keeps answering AHSTW.
Yeah, it's been the inside, Jack Van Fossen finding the skip shooter, and Luke, as you mentioned, Luke Seidler stepping up and hitting the three. And if you're going to pull the upset, you got to hit those shots. And so far the Eagles passed the test through at least 3 quarters plus a little bit here.
AHSW basketball out of the timeout, down 7.
But this Vikings team isn't going to panic.
They were down against Trainer going into the fourth. Ended up getting a win. We go inside Lund, almost stolen by Boothby. They'll say out of bounds. And they're
going to say
discussing.
jump ball. Yeah, they're not quite sure.
I don't have the angle they do either, but I have no idea who that would have been.
And the jump ball is going to favor the Eagles. So, and it's tough because Coach Gigi Harris has wanted an explanation, but they says we're both are shielded. We couldn't tell, and you have to defer to the jump ball, don't you?
So they'll give it to Under. I think it was off AHSTW, but what the heck do I know? Here's Boothby across half court to Ravlin. Ravlin on the run, goes up, blocked by Lund. Big block by Lund, and here comes AHSTW the other way.
Ravlin got in a little bit too far in the basket, and Lund was just waiting for him.
Luke Sternberg to Kyle Sternberg, right side McIntosh. McIntosh gives to Kyle Sternberg, far right wing. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Gets a screen from Lund. Spins around his defender, travels. Took one too many steps, did Kyle Sternberg.
I'll tell you what, Luke Seidler's defense he's just been in the right place and has forced uncharacteristically about 3 of those travels like that.
He's been like the dark horse or unsung hero so far for Underwood tonight. Couple of triples, playing stout defense. Boothby races up the floor. Lost it for a moment. The HSTW crowd wants to travel. Instead, they'll get a steal by Luke Sternberg.
2 empty possessions by the Eagles.
Scheffler brings it up to Luke Sternberg. He'll drive in hard to the rack. Missed it short. Van Fossen dangerously went for it. And then Luke Sternberg got the rebound but was out of bounds.
Yeah, it's one of those you're not supposed to touch, but you can't help it. It's just sitting in the air.
And Van Fossen went in there dangerously kind of out of position underneath.
He's got 3 fouls. 5:49 to go. You cannot afford to pick up foul number 4 now.
5:49 left. Van Fossen will bring it across half court. Underwood a little slow getting back. Now Van Fossen realizes he has a matchup, goes hard to the hoop and lays it in for an and 1.
He turned around, Trevor, and saw that nobody was there, and Braden Lund was a little bit tardy coming over, and Jack Van Fossen turned on the Jets. Not only did he get to the basket, he got the basket and the and 1 and a foul.
Van Fossen with 10 points on the night now.
I think that was on...
It's on Lund, I believe, his second. We've got a stoppage. So the officials are conversing with the scorers table.
The clock disappeared for just a moment. All these new technicalities now with the shot clock added. It's a whole different system series that goes through those scoreboards.
Nick Denning comes in. Abe McIntosh checks out. Denning playing
this is a chance to put this up to double digits here.
Denning playing with 3 fouls, by the way, as well, as Van Fossen can grow this lead to 10. If he knocks down this one, he does.
Well, his 56% free throw shooter's been 100% tonight.
44-34, Underwood by 10. They've got 2A state-rated HSTW on the ropes right now. Lund got his defender to leave his feet. Jumper from inside the free throw line, no good. Van Fossen with the rebound.
Well, he did everything right. I think he was surprised he got to the rim. Here's a run out.
Ravlin underneath. Nice job by Sternberg to not foul. Loose ball on the floor. Seidler comes up with it, and it's a reset for Underwood. We'll go left side, Seidler. Step on his defender. Hard to the rack, and a travel. Had the right idea, but took an extra step.
He did because Van Fossen was cutting down the lane. He couldn't hold the foot down, Trev. That would have been that would have brought the house down if they would have scored on that.
And it might have prompted an HSTW timeout as well, but instead, HSTW with it the other way. Here's a left side touch, Denning. Sternberg off a screen 3. They need it. It's missed wide. Rebound underneath by Denning. Gives it back to Sternberg. Now Luke Sternberg with it. Shot from him is banked in.
Yeah, now you're going to see, I think, a little bit more concerted effort by the Vikings. Go pick up a little bit more full court, see if they can get some turnovers.
44-36 our score. Just under 5 minutes to go in this one. Alex Ravlin gives right side Boothby. Now far corner, Alex Ravlin. Van Fossen working in on Lund. Van Fossen will swing it back out. Seidler, jumper, free throw line. Good.
Well, he's been the man tonight, Trev. You need an answer. Number 24 or 34 wearing white's got it.
He's got 11 and the lead is 10. Make it 8 as HSTW goes the other way quickly. And Cole Scheffler gets a bucket.
Some of the key guys are trying to avoid picking up that foul, so there's a little bit more gaps in the middle of the zones.
46-38. Underwood with the basketball. 4 minutes left. Here's Alex Ravlin with it out near the Eagle logo. 20 on the shot clock. Ravlin being guarded by Denning. Scheffler got a hand on it for a moment. Josh Ravlin gets it back, though. Now Boothby with it. Top of the key. Down to 10 left on the shot clock. And a timeout taken by Coach Brad Bloom. With 3:48 left, it is a 46-38 lead for Underwood over AHSTW. Hold on, high drama coming up here tonight in Underwood. .348 to go in this one, and it is a 46-38 Underwood lead, Brian Bertini.
Yeah, Trev, if you want to pull the upset, what's the recipe?
Hit big shots, convert at the free throw line. Those are two of them. I know there's a lot more.
And answer baskets when you need to, and I think the Eagles have done that.
Underwood basketball. There's a deep three. Boothby in and out, no good. That would have brought the house down. Instead, Sternberg gets the rebound. Here comes AHSTW the other way. They need points. Down 8. They'll get a foul underneath on Lund. If that's on Van Fossen, it's his fourth.
It was that double pump mark, and Jack had kind of committed, got in the air. Now they're going to call that.
That's on Ravlin, so it's his third. Not that that's a ton better.
But you could absorb that on the perimeter more than you can on the post guy.
AHSW has not lost a game to a Western Iowa Conference opponent as Lund knocks down the first one since they got beat by Trainer in a district final in the 2020-2021 season. They went 16-0 through the conference last year, 9-0 so far this year. Lund misses the second one. Van Fossen gets the rebound.
I'd like to see maybe A. McIntyre get a little bit. He had a couple shots early. Yep. He's got a nice stroke, and he might be the guy that some looks that kind of breathe a little fire from the outside for this Vikings team.
Seidler swings it inside Van Fossen. He'll give Ravlin. Ravlin fouled by Luke Sternberg, and free throws coming up for Alex Ravlin.
Well, so much attention paid to Jack Van Fossen. There were 2 or 3 gray shirts around him, and as you mentioned, Alex Ravlin just kind of cut to the basket. But you talk about 2 big free throws. Here they are, Trev. You got to keep this lead up.
And actually, that's going to be on Lund, his third. First one not there.
I mean, you can keep adding to your lead here. Then you really start to put that pressure on the team that's trying to rally and come from behind.
Next one is good. It's up to an 8-point lead at 47-39.
But with this team here, the Vikings, that could be 2 quick shots and erase 6 points in a hurry.
Here's Lund. Will kick out left side. Scheffler, left side 3. They need it. They got it. Cole Scheffler with the 3 and an AHSTW timeout. 47-42 Underwood. 3:06 left here on KMN 960. .306 to go in this Western Iowa Conference boys basketball doozy. 47-42 Underwood.
Quick 3 by Cole Scheffler and timeout. Now you can extend the pressure. Of course, the shot clock, Trev, you really can't hold the ball for a minute and 2. You got to be aggressive somewhat offensively.
Josh Ravlin with it to Boothby. Left side, Alex Ravlin. This is the type of game where the shot clock, I think, definitely is a benefit. Here's Boothby with it, being guarded by Scheffler. 15 on the shot clock for Underwood. Rudder, 3 minutes to go in this one. Boothby now down to 12. He's out near the logo. Gives to Van Fossen. He's at the logo, working on Lund. Had a quick first step. Just goes hard to the hoop and lays it up and in.
Oh, that's the mismatch they wanted. They wanted to stretch him out, and what a finish by Jack.
13 points, 14 rebounds for Van Fossen. The other way, Sternberg draws the foul on Van Fossen. It's his 4. No, it's on Seidler, rather.
It's on Seidler. I think that's his 3rd, though, isn't it?
If mine are correct, and it is, it's his 3rd. So Sternberg, that being Luke Sternberg, will go to the free throw line.
Well, and the biggest thing for the Vikings right now, Trev, you can chance to score at the clock stop.
49-42. HSTW has been the team to beat in the WIC. Underwood has not been able to do it the last couple of years.
Well, and now the Eagles with 19 fouls. The next one will guarantee the double bonus. So like we talked about, start of the second half, free throws might play a big role, and here they are.
Underwood's last win on AHSTW was January 21st of 2019. Sternberg knocked down the first one, makes the second, and it's 49-44, 2:27 to go. Man looked for HSTW. They trap the inbound. Van Fossen finds Seidler, then picked up his dribble, might have got away with a travel. They bring it across half court. Van Fossen to Ravlin, now back to Boothby, now to Seidler. Back to Ravlin, 20 left on the shot clock.
Back out Underwood, you're going to commit to run as much clock. You just got to find a way to execute with about 5 seconds left in the shot clock.
Boothby driving in, kick out, Ravlin, three, in and out, no good. That would have been a big bang. Now Sternberg with the rebound. Here comes HSTW out front, Scheffler. Under 2 to go. Scheffler fouled on the floor. But it'll be 2 shots coming up for Cole Scheffler.
Again, another chance for the Vikings to score points with the clock stopped, Trev, and a 5-point lead is really basically 2 possession, possibly down to 1 possession after this.
It's on Mason Boothby, his second. 49-44. Underwood leading HSTW. We got a stoppage.
Yeah.
To
they
confirm
signaled 1-1, but it's a 2-shot foul. So good job by the officials to make sure, because that changes how you shoot that free throw. You got, if you know you got 2, you can relax a little bit on the first one.
Still want to make them both and cut this down to a 1-possession game.
4 timeouts for the Eagles, 3 for the Vikings. So still some opportunities for the coaches to strategize.
Scheffler misses the first one. If you're just tuning in, Underwood has led most of the way.
It was 3 at halftime, I think, Trent. 22-19 and 3 at the end of the third. So
they led by as many as 10 early in this quarter. Scheffler misses the front end. Can't get the second one either. It's in and out. Rebound by Van Fossen. Empty trip to the charity stripe for HSTW. Now they've got to get a stop. Boothby, left side, Ravlin wanted the 3. He'll give Seidler left corner. Denning playing with 3 fouls out top, guarding Seidler. Gives to Van Fossen. Van Fossen gives to Ravlin. Ravlin down to 15 on the shot clock. Goes to Van Fossen. Back to Seidler. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Seidler gets bumped by Denning. And Luke Seidler will go to the free throw line. That's the 4th on Denning.
Still a 1-and-1 for the Eagles, and that's one where you almost hate Gigi Harris. Hated to foul that late into that possession, don't you think?
Yeah, if you were going to do that, you would have liked to have been 15, 20 seconds.
Yes. Well,
earlier.
Regardless, if he misses this shot, you got to secure the rebound. If you're the Eagles, make sure you don't pick up an offensive foul here, trying to get an extra rebound.
Yeah, I would almost take Van Fossen off the block here. Seidler misses it. Rebound by Sternberg.
Door still open for the Vikings here.
Minute 24 to go. Scheffler, step back 3. No good. Good look. Not there. Rebound by Van Fossen. Loose ball on the floor and a foul underneath on Kyle Sternberg.
Well, that 3 by Scheffler would have kept you right in the game. Now, if Van Fossen can go knock this down, put you up by 7. That's a 3-possession game, Trev. That changes things here.
49-44 Underwood with 1:15 to go in this one. Jack Van Fossen has been nothing short of spectacular tonight, and he's got 2 free throws coming his way. That was the 3rd on Kyle Sternberg by Van Fossen. 49-44, 1:10 to go in this one here on KMA-FM, KMA 960 Shenandoah, and online KMAland.com. What a battle this has been tonight in the Western Iowa Conference. And Brian Bertini, Underwood, they've led the entire second half. They've led by as many as 10, but HSW is just hanging around. It's a 5-point margin, and they've got the basketball.
Yeah, free throws could have, really kind of put a lot of separation, make it tough. But now the Vikings, you get a quick basket here. It doesn't have to be a 3 either, does it, Trev?
No, any sort of bucket here is good because then you can play for a stop as well if you do so kind of quickly.
And, if you're Coach Gigi Harris, you can do a little offense, defense. If you get a basket, call timeout. You can get a guy in foul trouble. You can pull him out. Both teams are in the double bonus, but the way things have been tonight, it's no guarantee you're going to make both.
Cole Scheffler will inbound it. He had a great look just a minute ago that could have cut this to a 2-point game that didn't go. They will inbound into the backcourt. Wiedemeyer gives to Sternberg, sets the screen. Sternberg hard to the rack, lost it going up. Foul on the floor. They're going to get Ludd, I believe.
Well, it could have been on Van Fossen. There was some contact. A little double hitch right there by Lund prompted, and that's the fourth foul on Garrett Lutt. But I guess for the Eagles, he didn't get the basket, and go into the hoop. You're going to have to earn him from the 15-foot line.
AHS team's 11 of 19 from the line. Good on that one.
Of course, I can't really say anything's possible after I watched Texas A&M beat UNI in 11 points.
Like a 12-point game with a minute to go.
Less than that felt like, so who knows?
Ravlin misses the second. Still a 5-point game. Rebound by Sternberg. HSW needs points, though. Under a minute to go. Scheffler right side. Back to Sternberg. Sternberg trying to create separation. Goes in the lane. Wiedemeyer. Wiedemeyer kicks out. Lund down low and one.
Great handle right there. Sternberg did not force the shot. That was the big key right there. They kept working. Wiedemeyer, nice little under. So you're going to get three maybe the old-fashioned way. And, well, he makes this. It's a 2-point game.
And a timeout taken on the floor. 40 seconds to go. Let's keep it here.
I think it's going to be a 30. It is.
Brian Bertini, HSW down 3. 40 seconds to go. Let's say they make this one with Braden Lund at the free throw line. I don't think you want them to run the shot clock all the way down, right? There'll be about a 5-second difference, but do you try to play for a steal first before fouling immediately? If so, how long do you let that go?
Well, really, make or miss, it's a one-possession game. So I think Coach Gigi's looking at make or miss. Let's get it in. If we can get a trap back in the backcourt, we'll take it. Now, Coach Brad Bloom has 4 timeouts, so they can hold the timeout to hold possession. I think if you get the right guy, I want to foul because I don't want the clock to kind of run out of me, give me a chance. I want as many touches as possession, Trev, as I can to have a chance to win this because, like we said, free throws have been tough for these two teams here late.
Big free throw for Braden Lund to cut this down to a 2-point game. He missed it. Rebound tracked down by Alex Ravlin.
So now you're going to have to foul because the shot clock virtually is not, is non-factor.
About a 4-second difference. Wiedemeyer fouls. Boothby almost stepped on the line.
Well, we're going to see if Mason Boothby, he hit a couple big threes. He's got 6 points. But can he hit it?
He's a 72% free throw shooter, one of the better ones on the team. And he knocks down the first one.
That's the big one, Trev, because now it's guaranteed a 2-possession game. Because now if you're Underwood, the clock is your friend, isn't it?
Yes. 51-47. Boothby, cool as ice, knocks them both down, back up to a 5-point lead.
Now if you're HSTW, you might look at a 3.
And then a carry on
over and back. Well, Cole Scheffler crossed and threw backwards. G.G. Harris won one timeout. He can't burn it now. The Vikings are going to have to foul quickly as they can here.
Costly turnover. The Scheffler went back to Lund, who wasn't across half court. They had numbers, and I think that's why they wanted to get quickly. Inbound to Ravlin. Ravlin to Boothby. Almost lost it. Sternberg will have to foul him. I believe that's the 4th on Sternberg, but he had to foul him, and it's actually going to be Garrett Lutt at the line.
The freshman. Not quite a do-or-die situation. You feel a little bit more comfortable with the freshman with a 5-point lead, but again, this first one's big.
Lutt on the first one. No good.
I know his grandpa over there, Gordon Flea, longtime boys coach. I coached with Gordon at Logan Magnolia, so I bet he's worked with him on his free throw shooting.
Misses them both. Rebound, though, tracked down by Boothby in the corner. Gets it to Lutt, and a foul on Scheffler. Lund thought he had it. Boothby came out of nowhere.
Wow, that rebound by Boothby might seal the deal, Trev, because if Vikings could have got some points out of that, get it down to one possession. But the quick hands at Mason Boothby might help spring the upset tonight.
So Lutt at the line misses the first one.
This is one where you just got to relax, think, focus, finish, follow through. Don't pull it short, reach into the basket.
The next one, no good either. That time Scheffler gets the rebound. HSW's got to go. Wiedemeyer, quick 3, no good. Missed it short. Scheffler, rebound. Wiedemeyer back out to Sternberg. Sternberg contested 3, no good. Loose ball on the floor. Sternberg's got it back. He brought it back out. Here's a deep 3. Kyle Sternberg, bang! With 7.3 to go, kind of a frantic sequence there. They somehow get the 3, and it's down to a 2-point game with 7 seconds to go.
4 potential free throws that pretty much make this a moot point, close it out. What great hustle by the Vikings, and Sternberg hits the 3. And did you expect anything different than the pedigree of this squad, though, from the Vikings?
No, not at all. And it's now a 52-50 Underwood lead with Under 10 seconds to go.
So, Trev, right now, if you're the Vikings, you don't have any timeouts left. That was your last timeout. So you're going to have to foul immediately. And you've got to hope that they miss one of the two, right?
Yes.
If they make both,
Ball game.
you're out of time because Underwood can just let them score and then just hold the ball out of bounds. So Coach Bloom should be talking about it. We're going to get fouled. Here's the two guys I want to come get the ball. You know, who's the most confident? Who seems like the guy? I think Garrett Lutz, somebody you probably want to keep away. Maybe take him off the floor right now. But get somebody on the floor that you know can step up and make one free throw, you win the game. Or at least potentially force it so it's an overtime. But make both, the game's over.
How about that three from Kyle Sternberg? That was says they got to go and go quickly.
Well, and if I'm Coach Bloom, if he makes the second, I'm going to call a quick timeout to let my kids know, hey, this is how we're going to play this out.
Boothby, first one, good.
So he makes this one. I'm calling timeout, pull my guys over and said, we're going to stand over here, let him score because the game's over.
This could make it a two-possession game.
Otherwise, you could end up Michigan and Iowa last night.
He makes them both. Mason Boothby clutch at the line. Scheffler will give to one. Scheffler three at the horn. It is good, but it doesn't matter. Underwood brings the upset tonight, 54-53. And the Western Iowa Conference race just got a whole lot more interesting, Brian Bertini.
Well, they did what I thought they had to do, Trev, early. They hung around. They had a 3-point lead at halftime. They kept it there. They bumped it up to 10, as you mentioned. Some smart plays. And guys like Luke Seiler, boy, he had some big moments out there. Mason Boothby with some big shots, maybe none bigger than the free throws. And that superlative streak by the Viking comes to an end. And Underwood Eagles, hey, they're going to have a say in this WIC Conference title coming down the stretch.
They're now 8-2 on the year. AHSTW 11-1 on the season. And now you've got Underwood with 2 losses in the WIC. You've got AHSTW with 1. You've got Trainer with 1. Underwood's going to play Trainer again. AHSTW is going to play Trainer again. Underwood will get Missouri Valley and Riverside next week. And then in WIC action, AHSTW gets ICAM Manning. They also have Earlham coming up on Monday. Standouts tonight, Brian Bertini, you mentioned Luke Seidler, 11 points. Jack Van Fossen, 13 points, 16 rebounds. Josh Rablin, 14 points. Mason Boothby, 10 points. Big down the stretch as well. HSW led tonight by 14 points from Cole Scheffler, 13 from Kyle Sternberg. All in all, just what a game.
Trevor, no surprise. These two teams are battling. There's so much experience. There's so much competitive nature by these two squads. We didn't expect anything. Hey, that's 2 Friday nights in a row we've had some great games here in Underwood.
Great game here tonight. Full rundown will be online later on at KMAland.com. You listen to high school basketball on KMA 960. Shenandoah. So long from Underwood. For KMA Sports and Brian Bertini, I'm Trevor Mader. Thanks for listening, and have a great night.